Yeah. That's like the best intro in the world, man. That's the Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man, coming to you live on independent radio and Spreaker.com.
Spreaker.com.
Yeah, so we got a full house -1. As you can tell, I'm kind of controlling the control center while
Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah, Jesus take the wheel because
he made that call, Jesus.
Yeah, Moose is on hiatus. He's somewhere chilling like a villain. But as always, we got D-Lo G in the building.
One time, what is happening?
We got Rev Run.
Yes.
EMC.
Hi, guys.
And we have...
And they call me
I Am Legend.
Yes.
Which you worked for 2 weeks for that intro.
I did.
I hope you liked it.
I loved it.
Yeah, we get just this we think about that. All right. Yes, man.
Yo, and I mean, since we're still in the intro, we got to say what's up to Seabiscuit,
what's
too.
What's up with the Seabiscuit, who has no ears, by the way?
She is here.
Yes.
No, she has physical ears.
She has physical ears.
I'm physically here, but I'm only here in your presence when I leave. Like, or what is it? Spirit? I mean,
She tried to be real smart, but the weed ain't kicked in yet. So she really blew that up.
I need some of that.
Anyway.
The weed ain't quite kicked in yet.
Let me hit
She was like, I'm here in your presence, but when I leave, I'm
in your spirit, is what she said.
Them damn
close.
edibles.
Right,
Yo, philosophies by Seabiscuit.
Philosophies by Seabiscuit. When I'm not here, I'm not in your presence.
But when I am here,
Yes.
I'm in them.
I'm in them.
Physically.
That's
Yes.
deep. That is deep.
That is deep.
That is
Yes.
loud pack.
So, like I said, if you're joining us, man, it's the Heavy Hitters Radio Show. Last week we did a in the air special coming up after Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yes.
But
Jake
this week,
Roberts.
Jake Roberts, who two of us knew who it is, and the other two have no idea who Jake the Snake was.
I mean, I know now.
I think three of us knew, right?
No, I Am Legend.
Okay.
He had no idea who Jake the Snake Roberts was.
Jake the Snake was
None.
He may look like
Yo.
he's 30-something, but he's only like 22.
Yo, like when wrestling boomed in the 80s, Jake the Snake Roberts was some cool shit, pineapples, because he had such a cool character. He
literally had a snake.
Yes, a boa constrictor.
Okay.
So-
So he had a cool prop
Yeah,
in
and
a
it
soap
was
opera.
dead for like 3 weeks.
That was only one of
Whatever.
them. He wrestled for years.
Correct.
Right.
It also
did
pooped
he
on
use
people.
quotations for wrestled?
Wrestling is real.
Wrestled? Wrestling
Wha-
is not real.
Explain to me. Okay,
Yo, the
is it a
Oh,
sport? Okay,
here
the
we
injuries
go.
are real, and it takes some real athleticism
no,
to be
it's
able to
fake
execute
it.
that. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't take talent.
it's
It's
real,
acting, though. Acting takes talent.
but
It's acting. And they do their own stunts.
I'm
which
not
is
saying
respectable.
I'm not saying it's a real sport where we keep score, but to say it's fake means that there's no type of
acted
risk.
out.
It's
It is
entertaining.
acted out.
It's entertaining.
It's sports
it's
entertainment.
exciting.
It's entertainment.
It is sports entertainment.
It's entertainment. If you're a real wrestling connoisseur, you understand that they tell you a story in the ring, and you got to
Yeah.
follow the story in the ring.
That's why I said it's a soap opera.
It's a male soap opera.
Yeah.
But it's not fake because you can't.
It all makes sense
You cannot
now.
fake another grown man jumping into your arms. You got to catch him, or a woman jumping off the top of a.
That sounded awkward.
You can't. I
You
guess
can't
you can't
fake a grown man jumping into
You
your
can't.
arms.
You can't fake a chair shot to the dome. Yeah, you can't fake it. I don't care.
No, they do. They fake it.
You cannot fake a chair shot to the head. You can't.
I mean, they're
No,
it's
probably.
not nearly as violent as they make it sound.
No, it's to the point.
Exaggerated.
No, it's to the point where they look.
But you've got some uncoordinated people. And you
Legend.
can literally get
I'll tell you like this. It's to the
blasted
point
out
where the WWE don't even do chair shots to the head no more because of concussions.
concussions.
Yeah, joking.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But you telling me those punches they throw where they
No,
stomp on the ground?
No, it's not real. But no. You want? I got one for you. Ask. What's her name? Becky Lynch is wrestling fake. She had her face broken in half live on TV 2 weeks ago by Nia Jax. Punched her square in the face. Blew her. I mean, oh my God! You can look it up.
Listen, they take more risk in their jobs than I do in mine.
Her whole face. You want to talk about exploded on TV? You was like, oh, that ain't supposed to happen. Her whole face was like just a bloody. I mean, Nia just came in. I mean, she hit her square in the face.
Confession you could probably guess.
Yeah.
Run has never watched wrestling of
Yeah.
any sort.
Yeah, and I can remember a match where there was Brock Lesnar and the Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman knee Brock in the face so hard that Brock came back, punched him in the face, was like, "Yo, you need to calm your ass down." You can hear him say it in the ring, like, "Yo, you need to calm your ass down." Yeah, you didn't need me in the face. Are you looking it up, by the way?
Yes.
The Becky Lynch punch in the face?
Yes.
Yeah, her face exploded on TV.
That's gross.
This, when I mean exploded, I mean like a movie, like, bleh. And it was blood pulling from everywhere. She had a concussion, broken nose, and broken jaw.
That's gross.
And you know what WWE did with that? They called Nia Jax now a jawbreaker.
I mean, it makes sense, man.
I mean,
you know
she did.
How many more
Right.
shirts they'll sell? Because
How many
of this?
more shirts you sell? Did you see it? Yeah. But I mean, most people go to YouTube and look up stuff and give you like an actual video. But that's, I mean, I don't know. I'm just an old guy.
What was that, Yahoo Images?
I think you go to YouTube.
I also
It's
thought
on
you would
Google.
look
I
up the
just
video.
Googled
I mean, but like the video.
I thought you'd look up the video.
But we forget that I Am Legend is only like 20 years old.
I don't want to see
So
the
his
video,
first
but I
thought-
thought
I'm just
that's
showing you
what
what producer
his
Mike
first
just
thought.
handed this to me. Producer
Oh,
Mike.
they don't know about
just
producer
handed-
Mike.
They don't know. They need to catch up.
Yeah, but we have a producer on the show, producer Mike.
Great.
His first thought was to go to an image, of
Image?
as opposed to a video. And as someone in their 20s, I would have expected the opposite.
I would have expected. I mean, I was expecting
Right.
me or you in our 40s.
Especially because you
I'm
were
not in
talking
my
about
40s
the
yet.
act of breaking
My
her
bad.
face.
I love how Dealer left me on the island like that.
Hey, brother, I still got a little ways to swim.
Everybody was like, yeah, I ain't 40 yet. I mean, Ron's like 35.
That's a bold-faced lie, but keep telling yourself
She
whatever
looks
you want to
great
know.
for her age, too.
Right. I mean, she looks great for
Right.
50. So, I mean, you just crossed over the threshold of 30, right?
Yes.
Wow. 30's the,
Welcome to knowledge.
right. 30's the new
Thank
30.
you. 30's the new 30.
I Am
Makes
Legend is
perfect
he
sense.
is squarely.
I don't know. I've spent
I Am
most
Legend.
of
How old are
my-
you? 20, what, 3?
28.
Listen, I've
Oh.
learned a lot from you guys. I feel like maybe my soul is a little older.
Your soul is
Then
not
30.
older. No,
I try.
you just a little more
You
like.
came
My
in with an
soul
old
is
soul.
at least 36.
No, we don't listen. But see, the thing is,
You know what? I could actually go with that.
Thank you.
And you're a teacher, so you almost have to level up in maturity. So I can.
Well,
get
but
that.
then I also have to act like I'm 10 sometimes.
you do a lot of that.
It's a complicated life I lead.
Ron does not level up, for sure. She has. When you say level up, she has no idea what that means. I can assure you, she has
Well,
no idea.
maybe not.
No idea. When you said, she was like, "Oh my god." I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yep, that's what I do around you guys. Because many times you say things and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
But see, that comes from teaching in a different. When she was in Marion County, she would know what level up. What level
I
up
was. I used to be.
Is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but since
she moved out to the outside of the donut. Did you see the punch?
Yes, I did.
Did that look fake to you?
Nah, whoever hit her, whoever that is,
Nia Jax.
they
The
messed up.
jawbreaker.
No, yeah. Nia Jax. Did you watch the video? Was it as gross as I mean?
Eh.
She squared off and was like,
Yeah.
"Look up."
Hey, and Becky Lynch, she kept it going.
Oh, Becky Lynch is the truth.
That's some. That's
She's
some
the truth,
G
but the
shit,
fact
yeah.
that you say it's fake, you can't fake that, brother. That was an accident. For sure it
No,
was.
but that's no difference than Leo DiCaprio in Django. You seen the scene where he slams his hand on the table, his hand's bleeding, and he rubs the blood all over Kerry Washington's face.
Yeah.
You remember that? That was he really like hit the top of a little champagne glass, and the shit went through his hand, and that was his real blood. He just played it off. That's the same thing.
I've also never seen Django.
Don't do
Whatever
that.
the movie's
That's
called.
disrespectful.
I haven't.
Man.
Ron is not necessarily in the culture, man.
Yeah.
I like to
she's
tiptoe
gotten some
in it
cultural
sometimes.
experiences.
Yeah,
I like to
Ron-
tiptoe
Ron-
in it a little bit.
But I tell you what, Ron would get more offended by Django than me and D-Lo.
I could see that.
I'm still not going to watch it.
Because the N-bomb has dropped at least 150
I
times.
can't. I cannot with the
Oh.
N
It's,
word.
it's at least 150 times.
Way worse than the P word. I can't with the N
Really?
word.
So
Yes.
does this give you a whole new perspective
I-
on Jake the Snake Roberts?
I mean, I didn't have a perspective on him to start with, but I kind of wanted to punch him in the face a couple times.
Are you kidding me?
No. Does it look like I'm kidding?
No, absolutely, Run. I got to tell you, when we went to see Jake the Snake Roberts last week, was that at the Melody Inn on
Yes.
Illinois in
Little
Indianapolis?
dive bar in
Yeah, it was-
Indianapolis.
it was-
Wait,
cool.
why do you keep calling him by that whole name though? Like,
Because that's who the fuck he is. He's
Like-
Jake
like-
the fucking
Whoa,
Snake Roberts.
pineapples.
Yo, it's after
Jake the
9.
Snake.
Yeah, he that's his name. His wrestling name is Jake the Snake Roberts.
I get that, but do you say like, yeah, I went and saw
'Cause
that
it
movie
just always
last week
make-
and it had Dwayne the Rock Johnson in it?
Yeah.
No,
Or do you
no,
say it
no,
had
he's The Rock.
The Rock.
He's the Rock.
He's the Rock,
He's the
asshole.
Rock. He's the Rock.
I'm just-
He's the Rock. Always the Rock.
There's no shorter abbreviated
No,
version.
it's just Jake the Snake Roberts or
Jake the Snake
or
Roberts.
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake. I can live with
GTSR.
that.
I mean, nobody cared about Jake Roberts in the 80s.
No,
But Jake the Snake
but-
Roberts?
But when he got
Snake Roberts.
when he got the snake though, it was
Yo,
it was
the
on
boa
and popping.
constrictor, man. The
He
boa
would, he would
constrictor.
throw the snake on people and they would lose their shit.
Yeah, absolutely. But the cool thing was we did go to
Boy,
Melody
snake.
Inn. We
Yeah.
listened to Jake Roberts, the guy who had the snake, and Run was
That was
clearly
weird.
Run was clearly uncomfortable with the language. I mean, this guy was a wrestler
Yes.
in the days when wrestling was starting to boom, when it was
Yeah.
a national phenom. And so he came up during a time of really great characters. And so he had a lot of stories because those guys spent a lot of time on the road.
And there was no
spent a lot
video
of time
cameras,
with
so a lot.
groupies.
So
Yes.
yeah, so a lot of those things you can do and not have to worry about anyone being on Twitter or Facebook or anything like that.
Exactly.
You can do those things and get away with it. You know.
And he has some great stories, but he definitely used the P word quite a bit, and he said some pretty chauvinistic things. It was
Yes.
truly locker room talk, and I think you had to appreciate it. But I knew who he was going into that, so the caveat is that Run's age probably did not allow her to be aware of what she was walking into
That is correct.
prior to going. But kudos to her for soldiering it out, for making it happen. Yeah.
You're welcome. I hope I
But
never
it was
have to
great
do
for
anything
us.
like that again.
Don't count yourself out.
I hope you have to do a whole lot more of that.
Of
Yeah.
course you do.
Yeah.
Because no,
Because you bask in my uncomfortness.
Ron, but you have to get
Or discomfort, but it's cool.
You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like that's
No.
that's part of life. That's the problem with society today.
Nope.
Is everybody wants to be in their own little safe bubble.
Yep.
And no one wants to go out and step out and be anything different.
Correct. I don't want to go do anything like that again. I didn't like it.
Why not?
I was not a fan.
Because he was cussing.
No, I don't mind cussing. Have you met me?
Well, I mean,
LGZ and Baku.
No, I mean you don't cuss as much.
I mean, he's a
Did
guy.
were you here having the conversation with me off air before we started? I said some not nice things to you.
Yeah, but I'm used to that.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is that I do cuss often.
Yeah. that's-
I mean, so what was
It
the
was not the vulgar. It was not the.
what
it
was one
not
of the worst?
cussing.
What was one of the worst things that?
oh, continue. Go ahead.
What was one of the worst things that you heard, or most offensive? Let me say that. What was one of the most offensive things that you heard
Oh.
Jake the Snake Roberts say?
So the story that initially sticks out to me is the random girl in Ohio.
Yes.
With I cannot even.
What's wrong with having a
And
random
so,
girl in
no,
Ohio?
it was all the things that was a part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
all of it.
I mean, he had a
and
random.
I
he
was
had a,
not. I was disgusted by it.
You know what, Run?
I'm
I
being
would be
honest.
so interested in your own runway. How would you retell that story?
I have a runway now. I like that.
I like that.
I was gonna
I
circle
like
back to
that.
that. That's
I like
nice. That's nice.
I would prefer to not retell this story.
But it's great.
I'll throw up.
It's great for radio.
It's great radio.
No. Okay.
If you could tell it and stick the landing.
So here's
nice.
so you don't stick a landing on a runway.
No, you land
not
on a
how it
runway.
works.
It works. It works.
It works.
Oh, an
It
airplane.
works. It plays.
Okay, that's not where I was at.
Yeah,
Okay.
you land an airplane
Nope,
on a
that's-
runway.
Yeah, but I'm
Wait,
nope.
are you saying you don't land an airplane on a runway?
That's not what I'm
I don't
saying.
think we're
No.
talking about airplanes
We
anymore.
were. That's not the runway that I'm on.
But he get. I got the point.
Yeah,
Stick the land on the runway. But anyway, go ahead.
But that's not what we're talking about. Anyway, so
That's kind of what.
this vulgar man,
Jake the Snake Roberts.
he was in Ohio.
Yes.
And this other vulgar dude, what was his name?
He was a wrestler, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
So he liked to kiss girls in the ring, right? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I don't know because I
And he-
never watched
And he'd
wrestling.
lay him on the ring and he'd gyrate over him.
Gyrate,
Right.
yes. Yes.
And so
This was a thing.
the random girl in Ohio,
Great characters in the 80s.
Yes.
the random girl in Ohio got picked by the kissing dude to
Yes.
come into the ring,
Yes.
but she was in love with the snake, and so
Jake the Snake. Get it right. Come on.
Wait, this is just like a fan?
so
Or like a character? She's one of the wrestling people.
Run is not.
Jake the
She's
Snake
a dude.
Roberts had a girlfriend in Ohio that he was
no,
kind of stashing.
ish, and so
And she got picked to be the ravishing Rick Rude.
But she was
girl.
picked before the show.
But she was picked before the show.
so she said no, and he was like, "No, you have to do it."
And this
because
is
he had
Jake the
this-
Snake Roberts doing the convincing.
He had this evil plan,
What's
which
the plan?
was disgusting.
What's the plan, Ron?
The plan, I'm gonna throw up.
Play, Ron.
So
What's
gross.
the plan?
Don't do it.
Pineapples, everyone. All the people, pineapples.
Oh, this is after 9 o'clock. We don't have to say pineapple.
Yeah, we still do.
No.
People might listen to this at 9 a.m. with their children. Anyhow,
I doubt if anybody with their kids listen to this show. But go ahead, continue.
they might. And so, Jake the Snake Robertson, what's his name?
Roberts.
I don't even know what his name is. I'm all flustered.
Jake Roberts and the
so,
snake.
He, right. The
Or with
dead-
the snake.
Oh, it gets. I mean,
The dead boa
you gotta get where we're
constrictor, so-
going with the story, but it gets good.
So he has this idea that this girl is going to go on stage because you get $500, and he's a drug addict. So he wants $500 to do cocaine,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Ron, you're Ron, you are a woman. You should be good at telling stories.
So he's like,
I'm getting there.
So he told his girlfriend to be that chick
Go
so
ahead
that they
and be
could
the
get the
chick.
$500.
Yes, but he
And the ravishing Rick Rude is his friend.
did ish. So,
She's horrible at telling stories, by the way.
well, you guys keep interrupting me.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Anyway,
I think
so,
you're doing a great job.
Thank you. So they go to the parking lot and have some adult fun, and the adult fun ends in
Wait,
the
who's
rapper, the girl and the snake. So-
Okay. All right.
This
The
is
gr-
before the match.
the
Yes.
snake or Jake the snake? Are we talking about it? So this is his girl, and his snake is messing with his girl in the parking
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
lot.
saying.
his,
Like-
his actual snake, and so the fun ends in a cigarette box plastic wrapper that then she puts in her mouth that she's gonna then spit into Rick's mouth, whatever his name is.
She blew the whole story.
Blew it.
So
She had a
it's
crash
awful.
landing. She
No,
did,
well, that's where we are, and so
She did not
then-
stick the landing.
Then Jake,
We need to
the
bring
snake,
Sully on this one.
Jake the Snake Roberts said that then he
Sully,
ran
Captain
through
Sully.
some.
Sully was
random
not the
person's
pilot of the
house.
story.
All right, run.
It's
yeah.
not how it works.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a brief
Yeah,
description.
man.
Please. I still don't understand.
At least stick the landing.
So did the snake go head first
No,
or feet
this
first?
is what happened. All right.
So gross.
Rick Rude, as D'Lo pointed out, will always pick a lady from the crowd.
Yeah.
And she would come in the ring. He would kiss her, lay on the ground. She would supposedly like pass out, lay on the ground, and he would dance over her. That was Rick's Rude thing.
Okay.
Well, Jake the
Pretty boy.
Jake the Snake had a girl that he was messing with in Ohio. His Ohio girl. They run different cities. We had a girl in different towns because there was no Twitter, no
everybody
Facebook.
has a Ohio girl.
Yeah. So
Everybody.
Everybody.
so before the match would start, they would walk around when the people coming in the crowd. What's his name? I forget.
Bobby Heenan.
Bobby Heenan will go around.
Bobby the Brain.
Bobby the
Heenan.
Brain Heenan will go around and pick girls out and ask them, do they want to do it? It's for $500 or whatever. And so they will agree to do it. So they're actually just a prop in the show. So they picked her, and first she said no. So then, because she's Jake the Snake's girlfriend, well, she thinks she is, but she's not. All right. So
But
Jake-
she said she loved him.
yeah. So Jake convinced her because he would always pay for cocaine, and this was a way for her to pay for cocaine for the $500. So he told, no, you better do that. And then she was like, well, you want me to kiss him? He was like, you know what? For me, you would do it. So I think that made Ron offensive too, because this guy told her that it's okay to make out with another man for me. So when that part came, Ron was heavily offended by that.
Yes.
I wouldn't say I
Yo,
was
her
heavily
face-
offended by
You
that.
could see her
love
face start
her face.
Triggered.
So
Triggered is definitely a thing, yes.
So, with that being said, they went. So before the match was to start, he was like, "Meet me in the car." So she met him in
Jake
the
the
car.
Snake Roberts
Jake
was
the
like,
Snake Roberts was like, "Meet me in the car."
Oh, so it was before.
Yeah.
Oh.
We said that.
So when
D'Lo
he get in the
said
car,
that.
he was like, "Look, I want you to blow me, and before when I come in my mouth, I want you to put it in this bag." And cause they play real, they play jokes with each other.
It was like the cellophane on the cigarette box.
So keep it, and I want you to put it in your mouth. So when Ravishing River goes to kiss you, I want you to spit it in his mouth. So the time comes, she takes the bag out of her back thing, she puts it in her mouth, and when Jake goes to kiss her, he damn near passes out. So all the boys in the back are in the front, 'cause they all know that they all in on the joke.
Yeah.
They cracking up laughing. So Jake the Snake had to run out of the arena because Ravishing Rich Rue was chasing him out of the arena.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
wrestling is really real at
And
that
then
point.
he ran through some
Absolutely.
random person's house, or so he says.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would lose my shit.
No, he's got to die. Like, you got to kill Jake with the snake.
Literally.
Man. Yeah, it was
For
something
sure.
else. But it was a great story. And so, like I said, it was kind of locker room talk. And so he told a lot of stories that were very similar to that. So
Yeah.
I do want to commend Run DMC because she got the plane off the ground well. She got it flying. She needed help sticking the
Yeah,
landing.
She hit
But
some
otherwise
turbulence.
that, I was with
definitely
her up
Not
until
doing
she
it
hit
with that
turbulence.
story.
Her story was definitely terrorism. It don't have to stick to land. It just crashed into a building. That's all
Yep.
you do.
Yeah, no landing gear
Exactly.
involved.
Right.
Precisely.
Speaking of sticking and moving, Kareem Hunt.
Oh,
Let's go ahead and make that smooth transition.
man.
I would definitely first of all, did everybody see the video?
Yes.
Yes.
We all see the video. Now,
Yes.
the reports are this. He was in a hotel room in Cleveland, got into an altercation with a woman where, according to the story on the news, he punched and kicked the woman. All right, that's the story. If you watch the video,
There's no punch.
there was no punch.
There's no punch.
There's a push.
There's a push.
There's no punch. And that kick,
She hits him in the face.
she hits him in the face. But we don't talk about that. She won't lose. She won't lose not a job or a salary over this.
She's a victim.
Yeah,
She's
she's about to
definitely
get cut
victim.
from dental assistant.
Yes. Right. I went from running.
She's gonna hit Aspen
and
dental
also,
waivers.
The kick was more like. I mean, from the way they describe it, it's almost like he kicked her upside the head with a roundhouse. He went all Bruce Lee. Like he tapped. It more like a tap. Her shirt barely moved from the breeze of the kick. Now the steel shot looks like he's about to.
Oh, it looks like he's. It looked like onside kick.
Oh, the steals of it. Now, however, he is wrong. Okay, now I'm not making light of the situation.
63-yard game winner.
Right, yeah, but he definitely. I mean, it looked like a Mason Crosby extra point. Yeah. But it did not. It did not still land like Ron Story.
But much like the NFL at that point, he looked terrible because she was a defenseless receiver.
She was defenseless.
She was very defenseless. So we got the male testosterone point of view.
Yep.
Run. What did you see in the video? Did you see a punt, or did you see like a whiff,
A punt.
a punt, or a whiff? What did you see on that kick?
I was not paying super close attention to the kick because I couldn't get over the fact that he shoved her so hard.
No, he shoved the guy.
No, he shoved the girl to the ground.
No,
Yes.
He never shoved the girl to the ground.
The girl,
Yes, he did.
he pushed the guy into
Fake
the
news.
He pushed the. Are we watching the same video? Well, I mean,
She's looking at it through Lifetime television eyes.
You cannot put your hands on a woman and then not expect anything to happen
run.
in the world that we
First
live
of all-
in today.
first of all,
especially
he-
when you are in the public eye.
When you say he pushed it to the ground, see, that's
That
the
was
problem.
stupid.
That's the problem with the lie. We all watched the same video, and none of us saw him push her to the ground. I saw him push a
I
dude.
did.
He pushed a dude
in the back
that
and
ran into the
her,
girl, and they both fell down.
They both fell down.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
Okay.
Run said I saw him push it to the ground. Wait a minute, what video are you watching?
So here it goes.
Run,
So
what-
he's going to come back out. He's going.
Yeah, I
push
watched
that
it.
guy,
He pushed the guy. What are you
and she
saying?
fell.
And then he gets over to her and shoves her to the ground.
She's already on the ground. He probably
No, you're not. You don't have the whole video. He goes then over to her and shoves her to the ground.
okay. Did she?
I didn't see her.
Backtrack.
I didn't see him shove her to the ground.
I did not see that either.
I saw a longer video than that.
That's
I
where
saw it.
I saw her slap him in the face, which is not okay. And then I
I mean,
saw
you're
them.
very dismissive about the slap in the face.
You should never. A woman should never hit a man.
But you're very dismissive.
And a man should never hit a woman.
It was like he shoved her to the ground, but she slapped him in the face. But it was almost like on a car commercial when it said like the annual APR is at the bottom of small print.
Hey, shout out to his boy that went and snatched that girl's phone though to delete the video. I need some friends like
that.
Real
quick, in all seriousness, I had made a post about this, and I think it's unfair how NFL players. Because it seems to be a common thing because Reuben Foster had the similar situation where domestic violence.
It's strike 2 for him.
I think it's, and I made a post about this. It's kind of unfair that if somebody shoots up a school, the first thing we say is mental illness. Like there's something mentally wrong with these people. They're going around shooting up schools, right? But we don't look at NFL players and give them the same benefit of the doubt to say, hey, based off your job, your stress level of your job, and what you do and the headshots you take, there is something mentally wrong with you. So why isn't it? Why you make that face?
Because mass murders and verbal and physical abuse are the same thing.
What are you talking about, mass murderers? No, okay. The military has
people that go in and shoot up schools are mass murderers.
No, but what I'm saying is it's all. So what about the military? They have PTSD.
That's not the connection.
It's the
post. Mental illness.
It's mental illness. I don't care about the act. I'm talking about the
mental illness
diagnosis.
From concussions.
What it's tied to is money. Because the NFL players make an exorbitant amount of money, whereas the typical guy with mental health illness does not.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If you were in the NFL and you were in some kind of trouble, even if you had a mental illness, would that be the story that you would want told?
Yeah. Well,
in the NFL, you want people to know that you're seeking that treatment.
Well, in today's climate, I would. In today's climate, but maybe not in the past. What you need to understand.
Maybe they are getting it, and we don't know, because I don't feel like that's the story they'd want to tell.
But the thing is, no, they don't want to tell that story because, okay, first of all, you do realize in every NFL city, they have their own kind of like police security, NFL security.
Yes.
And it's something that when they get in trouble, before they call the cops, they call it NFL security.
Right.
And NFL security, they bring out psychologists or whatever, and they have him on a scale to say, okay, based off his position and what he does, his mental capacity falls within this range. So basically, they have more leeway than the general public because their job and what they do. Mm-hmm. So NFL players are more likely to get in your ass, ladies.
But they don't need to be treated for mental health because there's a leeway because they get
no. What I'm saying is, NFL players are more likely to get in your ass versus baseball and basketball players because of the stress and what they do. They are trained to hurt you. Yeah. Every day they are trained. That's what they are trained. They are trained assassins. Every single day they are trained to hit and hurt people.
Yeah, there's no movie called Love and Football.
So to ask them that when they get home to just simply cut it off, it don't work that way. You can't just simply cut it off. There are things that trigger you because every day, everything you do every day is somebody yelling in your face, grabbing you, pushing you, driving you to do more. So when you get home and hear somebody yelling in your face and doing all those things, don't think that's not going to trigger you to do something.
Yeah, but they don't attack their coaches, who is the person
No. We don't see it because there's not cameras at practice. Players attack their coaches all the time. Maybe not the head coach.
Physical altercations with their coaches all the time.
Maybe not with the head coach, but with position coaches, absolutely.
No, if you just pay attention to preseason, where there's teams practicing together, joint practices, scrimmages, there's brawls
all the time.
Yeah, not with the coaches.
Yes.
Oh yeah, coaches are definitely involved.
Teammates.
Right.
Yeah, maybe their own team. Who was it? Josh Norman and Steve Smith. Yeah. That's what led to Steve Smith leaving Carolina because they got in a fight. They're teammates. Got in a fight in the preseason.
She's saying coaches, so position coaches.
You said it's because someone's yelling in your face. So the coach is the one yelling in your face.
Yes, they get into it all the time.
So the physical altercation would then occur between the coach.
Yes.
So
it may not be.
Fighting a teammate does not matter in this
Let me explain something. Let me explain something. When you play on that level, Bill Belichick is not coaching every down, every play. Bill Belichick is like up in a tower somewhere. Now, there are other position coaches.
Bill Belichick's not in the tower. They're during practice?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, during practice. Yeah. They're not controlling every single thing. As you know, they have other coaches, position coaches, coordinators. Those are the one. And Todd Haley is a reason why he had to leave Pittsburgh, because he would constantly get into it with Ben Roethlisberger. over plays and arguments and all that kind of
And
stuff.
he sucks as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
There are reasons.
He got fired from Cleveland.
For
he's-
getting into it
he's
with you.
terrible.
So what I'm saying is we don't give men that benefit of the doubt for based off the stress of their jobs to say, hey, now I'm not saying domestic violence is okay,
No.
but you need to know who you're getting involved with.
Yeah.
You need to know. So if I know a woman is crazy, I gotta know that okay, what level of crazy I'm dealing with.
Yep.
Yeah.
But women don't understand what kind of level of crazy they're dealing with. Y'all don't understand that meter.
They generally go into it with an emotional aspect, and so I think it kind of jades their perspective of it.
Yeah, like, for example, to kind of connect your dots, Ray Rice is still with that woman.
Yeah.
She
They got
knows
married afterwards.
she knows what she's in. Like that is her man. Like she's choosing him, knowing his level of crazy. Right?
Yeah, but also
She also knows what not to do to set that off. It was terrible, but there was a lesson learned in there. Some things I
feel
just
like-
don't say to Ray.
I feel like they bonded a little bit after that night.
we not thinking.
They had a new understanding of each other's boundaries.
A whole new impact on their relationship.
Right.
Yeah, she was like, well, I just can't call him a bitch, and he should maybe not go with the uppercut.
Right.
Maybe.
But if I don't call him a bitch,
Right.
he won't go with the uppercut.
Yeah,
So-
gotta know those boundaries.
So Ron, you don't feel like NFL players should be treated differently in domestic situations than normal citizens.
If they have a mental health concern or if it's because of all the concussions, then sure they should be treated for it, but that's not a free pass. That's not a reason that you get to do anything, even yelling at somebody else. You have to figure out how to be a human being.
So Ron,
And that's not how you treat human beings.
So what
Ron,
you're doing
I feel
is,
like you yell at us.
so what you
Sometimes I get a little agitated with
So-
LGZ and Baku.
so what you're doing is you are totally dismissing the stress of a job or the stress of what they do on a day-to-day basis and saying that they should be treated as regular everyday citizens when it comes to
They're held to a higher standard.
but you're not understanding what it is they do. Yeah, we watch it on TV and we got Troy Aikman and what's his name commentating and they make all these oh it's so great. It's their job to paint this flowery picture, but they're not. It's not that. It is literally combat every single play. It's a violent sport, so they assume that I can just cut my violence off, that I'm violent all week in practice and play in the game and then come home on Monday and act like ain't nothing happened. Like that's just easy. That's like saying, so you think it's easy?
I just feel like if that's the job that you choose to do, then you should find a way to cope with that. You can't be violent all the time
So
and expect for that to be okay.
So somebody goes to the military and they're in combat where they constantly shoot and seeing dead bodies. You expect them to come home and be like, "Hey, everything's okay. I am peachy cream. I'm good." You expect them to be like that because the job they chose?
That's not what I said.
No, that is what
first
you
of all.
said.
No, it's not.
Okay,
I'm
but-
saying that if that is the job you choose, you have to find a way to cope with it. And so if that's reaching out for help or if it's having a close person to talk to or whatever it might be, you have to find a way to lead a semi-normal life. And if you are a person in the public eye, an NFL player, then you are held to higher standards. And that is the truth.
But repeated shots to the head will alter your judgment.
Okay, well then reach out for help. But
Right,
you
make it
have
sound-
to
you
find a
make it
way to
sound so-
cope.
You make it sound so easy.
They
like
have $10 million.
I'm sure they don't
Wait,
realize. See, and that's what I said. They tie the finances to it to change it.
No, I'm saying they have the money and the resources
Not
to
But-
put
all,
whatever they
not
need.
all players
oftentimes
get
they
that
don't-
kind of money.
Yeah,
And they don't
I know
necessarily
I know a dude
recognize
that
it
played in the
until
league. I got a
after
nicer
something
car
has
than
already
him.
happened.
I got more money than him. Like absolutely, and he
But-
played in the league.
But it's not about necessarily the money. It's about you asking 21, 22, 23-year-old men whose testosterone is through the roof, who has so many head injuries, who has a very combative job to act like a normal 35, 40-year-old man.
I want them to find a way to cope
But
with the
Ron-
job that they have.
But Ron, you make it sound so. Would you agree that you at 30 is different than you at 22?
Yes.
Very different. You have grown a lot. So things that make you pop off at the handle at 22, you necessarily won't do it at 30 years old because you've grown and matured. So now all of a sudden, you give somebody who's 22. Let's get Run at 22 $1 million at 22 years old. How will Run act at 22?
I'm going to find a way to cope with life so I don't end up in jail.
That's a 30-year-old answer.
That's a 30-year-old answer.
No,
man.
that's a
It's
female
a
answer because we
36-year-old
think.
answer.
No, it's a female answer because we think things through.
Really? So Kim Kardashian
Yes.
thought that through.
Yep. I'm sure she did. She's a bright lady.
Oh, no.
She thought that through. So
Yep.
so the 19-year-old girl who was getting in the face of an NFL player, she thought that through.
Yep.
She's 19 years old. She's in the face of an NFL
What
player.
I am telling. Okay, I'm done with this conversation.
No, I'm asking because
No, because I'm going to have the same answer 100 different times. If you are in the public eye,
Ooh, she was sharp on that one.
if you're in the public eye, you are held to higher standards. If you are in a job where it is violent and you have head injuries and maybe there's mental health issues that come along with that, then you find a way to live your life. And so if you would like to live your life in prison, then by all means do not get any sort of help. If you feel like you are having an issue, or maybe if something does happen like this and that's the first instance, which it wasn't for Kareem Hunt, but if it is the first instance and you say, oh my gosh, like who am I, what's happening, I need help, then you get it.
I think you're making light. I think a lot of people who never play on that level understand what a day-to-day life. And you can sit here and say, oh, we're in the public eye, but you don't understand. Like there's another video out of Kareem Hunt and two guys trying to basically provoke him to fight, basically provoking him.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
So can you imagine every day of your life somebody's provoking you? You're being provoked.
Well,
every time you leave your house, you're being provoked, and I'm
You're
supposed to
gonna
just
be
act
on the
normal.
edge, and you get hit in the head a lot.
Yeah, well, I think now we're getting back to
Talk to someone.
What brings these issues? I don't think Kareem Hunt's recent, news is because of mental health. I think it has three different things. He does not have the influences in his life that a young man going through all this needs.
Right.
He is not putting himself in positive situations. Right, he's out clubbing, drinking.
Yeah, but again, that's 28-year-old you.
Yes,
talking.
yes, yeah. No, I get that. I'm not saying I've made some mistakes in my time.
Yeah,
too.
we all have.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We all have.
This is what I'm saying. I'm attributing these things, his actions to these things, right? So the last one is, I guarantee, alcohol is involved.
Of course.
In all of this.
Of course.
So he's young as well.
Right.
So he's young. He has those negative influences, not only people but the alcohol, and he's putting himself in these situations to where he comes across these people who are confrontational.
But at 23 years old, with that kind of money and opportunity, can you recognize that? Like, can you be mature enough to honestly recognize that that your circle is this way? I mean, given that we are all past the age of 23, I think we can look back and understand, some of the decisions I made at 23 are completely different
than what I would do today.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
There is stuff that I probably did when dealing with young ladies at 23.
Yes.
That I wouldn't do now.
You wouldn't do now? Absolutely not.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
But no one.
But alcohol absolutely plays a
Yeah,
role.
yeah.
But see, we live in a culture now that because it was a woman, and number one, she was kicked out of the room. So she was already dismissed from the room.
She was told it's time
to go.
It is time to go.
So her actions. See, the thing is, that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So her actions, because she, as Ron won't acknowledge, because she said she made the right decision. No, she was kicked out of the room. Get your ass on the elevator and go home. You're done.
I did not say she made the right decision. I never said that.
You're done. Get your ass on the elevator and go home. Like you're done.
And the same things I just said apply for that young lady as well.
But she's right. 19. So
Yep.
her at 19 is not going to make the same decisions that her at 29 or 39.
So her naivete,
Yeah, she's naive.
current condition.
You know what I'm saying? She's in a situation that she ain't. Yeah, so she don't have experience. She's not wise. So her natural reaction is to act out, to be like, yo, whatever. So she's going to get this guy face. Mm-hmm. So then it escalates because the alcohol is involved. Yeah. Because, all this stuff comes up. So she smacks him. He's not me. He's not me at 40 to take a slap, but like, you know what? That's cool. I'll go make a phone call and I enjoy whole shit up. I ain't got to do nothing. I just make a call and then it just happens. Yeah. But him at 23, like, No, you know, I'm a slap
Oh, you go slap me?
Because me at 23, a chick slap
Yeah.
me. Yeah, it's on and popping.
23-year-old you follows her out of the room that she's been kicked out of.
If she talking smack outside in the hallway, yeah, 23-year-old me, yeah, is going outside.
Yeah, 23 and drunk.
23 and drunk, yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if she smack me, yeah, she gonna get this work.
Yeah. I've never been to that point.
but see,
I've never been to the point where I want to put my hands on a female.
Run,
Oh, shit.
Run, watch what you say if you ever encounter 23-year-old Jeezy.
I will be sure to
But
take care of it.
I have never. But see, but me at that age, I would never put myself in that position at 23.
Yeah.
So it's like I just.
But how did you know not to put yourself in that
But
position?
first of all,
Not with
I
that
I didn't drink at that age. I didn't drink till I was almost like 24, 25. So I was never bludgeoningly drunk. And number two, my dad always told me, "Don't be the one."
So you had influence in your life to know
don't be
to
the
make
one.
some smarter
But
choices.
so it was like, so
Which
for me,
also impacts your mental health.
yeah,
Just
don't be the
saying.
one. Like whatever you, don't be the one. Because always one.
Yeah.
Everything you do is always one guy. It's always one.
Yeah.
But don't be the one. So I always think in my mind, like, don't be the one. I mean, this time I've been in a room, and I walk in the room, it's like 7 dudes and like 1 girl. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be the one. I'm out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's cool. Y'all getting y'all rocks up, but you know what? I'm cool on this. But the thing is, I was in the room where it happened. The next day, she went. The girls, 2 girls, went to Wilberforce across the street. Same situation. We played Wilberforce that day. Police outside. Them same 5 guys. It was 5 guys. All got arrested for rape. Now, mind you, them same 2 girls, the same 2 chicks was just in our dorm the day before, Friday night. They was in our dorm on Friday. So imagine how you think, like, wait a minute, so how you gonna say they raped you? I know what you did the night before. I was in there and I was like, I ain't finna be the one, so I gave it the deuces. I'm out.
Yeah.
But then the next night you go to their school and it's the same thing happened, but then they raped you, like, really? What am I supposed? Now, I'm not saying that it can't happen, because just because you do it one night don't mean you do it another night. But you know, if I had to, guess as to what happened,
Yeah, I get
you know, somebody got their feelings hurt, you know,
Yep.
it's whatever.
Yeah.
So we can agree to move on. But yeah, we all. I'm not saying what he did was right.
No, not at all. What he did was wrong.
It was wrong, 100% wrong.
You know, if you are in the public light, like you were saying, you have to be able to navigate those situations.
I disagree.
Much better.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I take the Charles Barkley approach.
Oh yeah, yo,
Charles
say
Barkley-
it, say it. I love this.
Charles
Go
Barkley
ahead.
approach like, yo, you do anything to me, I don't give a fuck what you are. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I don't care. I'll let the courts deal with it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other thing he said.
About the role model.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were going to talk
Charles
about.
Charles Barkley was known for giving people them hands.
Yeah.
You want to talk crazy? Okay, when I
Yeah.
get done, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And then guess what? I got enough money I can fight it. You don't. I'll fight it. I'll never settle.
Yeah.
I'll never settle. I'll make you lose all your money, and then I'll turn around and I'll sue you.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not gonna provoke me.
Yep.
But the difference is when it comes, like, now we live in this Me Too thing now where, heaven forbid, you can't touch a woman, but you shouldn't. But when, like Bill Burr say, when women say there's never a reason, like, shit, there is a reason. There's always a reason.
We need to make America great again. Do you remember when we could touch women?
Oh man.
What's up, Ron?
Sometimes I hate
Yo,
you.
it's
What,
a Jake the
what,
Snake
what,
Roberts
what?
face.
Because here,
Okay.
I mean, it's totally wrong. But, I mean, I would just fight everybody. But, I mean, it's totally wrong what he did. But, I mean, like, I would totally just hit him.
So,
That-
Ron.
that's what you just
so,
said.
So, Ron, so you saying, when people say there's never a reason to hit a woman, you agree with that?
I think that you should not fight people in general.
No, but there's a reason to fight anybody. There's always a reason.
There's a reason for a man to hit a woman.
Yes, there's always a
Okay.
reason. Is there a reason for a woman to hit a man?
No.
Yes, there is a reason.
No.
There's a reason. There's a reason to hit somebody all the
No.
time. Yes.
No.
Bro, what world do you live in?
Mine. We already established that.
Yeah, that's not reality.
Well,
That's
it's mine.
There's a reason for everything. You just not, should you do it is the other question, but there's a reason. Oh, there's plenty of reasons. So let me ask you this. So let's say, I don't know, let's say this. You work 80 hours a week, you teaching, you busting your ass, you teaching, blah, 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 you doing all this stuff, you buy your house. and then you get married in your house, right? To some dude, and then you come home and he's banging your sister. There ain't no reason to hit him.
I'm not gonna hit him.
Are you crazy?
You're not
I'm
going to
not
hit
gonna
her
hit
either.
Are you gonna hit your sister? Yeah.
No,
Are you shooting somebody?
maybe.
So
There it is.
there it is. So don't
So you
tell
absolutely
me
get it.
Triggered.
No, I would. No, I wouldn't. I would shoot someone if they were attacking me.
What-
if
what-
I felt like my
Run.
life was in
What,
danger.
what,
Run.
if,
You
what
were-
if he was with your sister, you caught him, but they wanted to finish? Would you hit anybody?
No,
Like they didn't even stop.
Right.
They were
Still not
just
hitting
like,
anyone.
You
Well-
you work 80 hours a week to
Bang,
pay
bang, bang.
to,
Still not hitting
to come in your house
Guess
and
we
watch
could-
your
we're
husband
busted.
banging your sister in your bed, and you
Still-
cool with
If
that?
they wanted to
I'm not
finish
cool with
it,
it, but I'm not hitting them.
Are you?
You know what? I got to side with her
Please
on this
stop.
one because you still get to make the choice on how you
Dude,
react.
so-
I'm not
and
hitting
that's
them.
that's
So-
what I'm talking about with Kareem Hunt. He gets to choose his reaction to that, right?
Hold on. So you tell me. So you work 80 hours a week. You busting your ass. You get married. You come home, and your wife is banging your brother in your bed that you pay for,
Yo, check this
and
out.
your
Check
brother
this out.
wants
Check
to
this
finish.
out.
and you just walk out the room like it's cool.
Check this out. I'm a one up you, right? So I had this girl staying with me in my apartment, right? Came home, found her with two of my best friends in my bed, turned and walked out. That's 20-year-old me.
did you ever get to
No,
do
but
it
you're not
with another
married. Though.
chick?
Hold on. No. But that's 20. That's a girlfriend. We not talking about girlfriend.
No,
that don't matter. And them your
get
homies.
that. I get that. But I came back 6 hours later, maybe. She was gone. They were gone. They're done in my life. Like I haven't talked to them still.
Yeah, but that's
Nothing to do with
that's
that.
girlfriend. We're talking about wife.
No, I get I
Married
get
with a
what you're
house.
saying.
That's
I
a
get
whole
what you're
different.
saying.
That's a whole different
But-
gravitational pull. You wasn't
but-
in love with your girlfriend. You wasn't in love with it.
You're right.
Yeah, so
But-
it really didn't matter.
But I still got to make a choice in that moment.
Listen.
I got to choose how I react.
Seabiscuit, take the mic for a second. Seabiscuit. Okay, let me ask you a question.
All right.
All right, let's say you married.
Okay.
Jeezy on
You
that
work 80 hours a week.
Always.
You got a house.
Okay.
You come home. Your husband is banging your sister in your bed. What are you doing?
And they want to finish.
And they want to finish.
Oh hell no!
Are you hitting somebody?
Definitely.
That's
I'm
what-
hitting both of them.
D. We need a sound effect on that one.
That's called the realistic. That's a realistic response.
But she chose that reaction. That's what she chose.
But it's hard to choose.
It's hard to choose
in
to
a
walk
moment.
It is hard to choose, and that's when your youth
In a
and
moment
being
when
naive
I'm
come into
40.
play. That's where
I'm
you're
40.
conditioned, whether you're drunk, high, both.
I'm 40 and somebody
neither-
getting these hands.
You
Impulse and
you get
instinct.
to. That's your choice. You get to make that choice.
So you can just walk out. You can walk out like it didn't happen.
I did. Like
That's a girlfriend. We talking about a wife, man. We talking about somebody you love.
I get what you're saying. I haven't been in that situation,
And
but in that moment, I still get to choose. I still get to choose how I react.
I don't know if you always can. I mean, there's such thing as premeditated murder, but there's also murder without premeditation, and people just
and
snap.
that's
So,
quick reaction.
if
Yeah, that's
people-
that reacting in that moment.
Exactly. So
I think Ron might be the calmest person on the planet.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm
You
just
ever been,
leaving.
you ever been spit? Have someone spit
No.
in your face?
No, that would be the end. That would be the end of their existence.
It doesn't have to be though. You still get to choose.
No, I-
like you choose.
I'll make the choice.
You could.
No, you're not gonna disrespect me. You're not doing that. I'm not letting you spit in my face. I'll be like, oh, everything's all right. No, you getting this work,
So
male or female.
So you have a baby. He's 4 months old. You're holding him. You're feeding him
that's
a bottle.
a baby. I'm talking about grown men.
No.
Pull a grown woman. Pull.
You didn't even let him finish his story.
All right,
But listen.
Okay.
So you're 4-month-old doing the whole bottle thing. He spits. It gets up in your face. You're not smashing his face in. Why not?
It's a baby.
What?
It's a baby. That's ridiculous.
So
I knew exactly where it was going.
So you
That's why I
make it.
asked.
Doesn't matter.
You're making the choice not to smash his little 4-month-old in the face,
No,
right?
no, of course not.
Yeah, of course not. But
what if it's an
but you-
adult with a mental illness who
He still
doesn't
get-
have control over it?
He's
So
still getting his work.
So
Oh,
you
but
so
if
you
you're an
punching
NFL
Welvin in the
player,
face.
it's okay.
You punching Welvin.
He's
So
getting his work.
Ron, what you're saying is it would have been okay if Kareem Hutt spit in her face,
No.
as opposed to what happened.
no, that's not what I'm
That'd
saying.
have been wrong. But then she gets to choose how to react. She gonna throw a shoe at him. That's all that video was missing was a shoe.
Right. That's all it is.
Hey, folks, you're listening to the Heavy Hitters Radio Show on Independent Radio. Yo, we up here at Sticks Lounge. What's the address here? 361
Indiana.
Yes, Sticks Lounge. Yo, check us out. We're Independent Radio. This is the Heavy Hitters Radio Show. Yo, where can you catch us on social media, Jeezy?
Actually, man, you go on Facebook. We're at Heavy Hitters Radio Show on Facebook, Twitter, at Heavy
Underscore.
Hitters.
Underscore. I didn't know
Yes.
what to do there for a second.
Yeah, then also, man, we on the gram. On the gram, we got two. We got Independent Radio and Heavy Hitters Radio Show on the gram, man.
Yes.
So definitely, man, check us out.
there. And Ron, what about listenership? Where can you listen to us at?
Yes, if you want to listen to us live at 8-ish, sometimes close to it, on Tuesdays, you can listen
You know
live
what, man? Yeah.
on Spreaker.com. If you are not listening to us live, you can pretty much find us wherever you like to find your podcast. So, Apple Podcasts, you can Google Heavy Hitters Radio Show, wherever you like to listen.
Yes. That's awesome. Yo, shout out my man Moose, a.k.a. Big House. And we have not checked the Instagram tonight to see if anybody has contacted us, so let's do that now.
Yeah, so and while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and jump into Run That News.
Yes. We have a lot in the news today, and none of them are the Kardashians. However, Tristan Thompson and Kanye are part of it, so they're like honorary Kardashians. Well, that's who's popular. So let's start with Cardi B, because this is maybe one of my favorite stories. So Cardi B was supposed to be in New York City for court yesterday. Yes. She did not show up to court. Does anyone know why?
No.
Because she was on the beach in full body paint as a tiger twerking for a new music video. So
Can we pull that video up?
So the judge issued her a warning. She already had a 6-week extension. So they denied the request to extend it. Cardi B has to be there Friday morning, or there will likely be a warrant issued for her arrest. So
Good.
We'll see if she shows up on Friday. She's kind of a hot mess. So she is going to court for the whole fight at the club thing.
Yeah.
Is this the thing with Nicki Minaj?
Yes.
She's
Correct?
a disaster.
Is this the same fight, or was there a different
No,
fight?
this is a different one.
What the fuck? How can you be... How old is she? She's
12. I don't know.
She's too old to be fighting in the club.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this
She's
straight.
a disaster. Cardi B's a
So
disaster.
she had a...
Here we go.
So let me get this straight. So there was a fight at the
but
club.
she's huge
There's a
with
fight
her demographic.
Yes.
at the club, right?
Yes.
And somebody got injured or whatever.
I'm moving on.
No, I'm asking questions. I got a question.
No one was injured.
All right, but there was a fight at the club.
Yes.
And she was subpoenaed to go to court.
Yes.
And she did not show up to court.
Correct.
Right. If I ever hear anything about equal rights for women, I'm gonna puke in my mouth. Because if that was a dude that don't go to court, just don't show up to court.
Taxing that ass.
Come on, dog.
After the first time.
Marshals.
So I could just
No,
not.
I'm asking because I don't know.
I could just not show up to court.
After the first time, would you get arrested or would you get another date? I'm asking because I don't know.
I
guess
think
it
you might
depends
get a
on the
warrant
judge.
for your arrest after the first day if you don't show up to court. No lawyer, like I can see it. Did her lawyer show up? Her attorney show up?
It seems as though no one was there.
So there was no representation at this courthouse for Cardi B.
It does not specifically say that, but it also does not say anyone was there to represent her.
Now, if there was somebody there to represent her, that's one thing, because your representatives can go for you. You don't have to show up. She might have been told that she don't have to go,
Gotcha.
but if there was no representation, and the judge was like, "Well, we'll go ahead and give you a warning."
So she's got to go Friday. So we'll see if she goes.
Has she mentioned her intentions?
No. Not that I have seen. We're going to talk about some other celebrity news, and then we're going to get into some Christmas stuff that I really hope fires Jeezy up. I think it will. So I'm hopeful that it does.
You want Jeezy fired up?
Yeah, because this one I might agree with him on, shockingly, and it'll just
All right.
make heavy hitters news
Full
history.
circle.
Words are so
Sweet.
hard. So T.I. is back in the news, talking about Trump. And so T.I. is now saying that Trump is a madman, and he's making the world laugh at us because of all the ridiculous things that he has done. So T.I. actually sat down with a reporter from TMZ to
That is false.
air all of his dirty laundry about his
That's
feelings with
false.
Trump.
T.I. decided to sit down with TMZ.
Raquel Harper. Her name is probably Raquel.
You know what, man? Like, I'm so over this.
All the media outlets in Atlanta, and he chose to sit down with
Yeah.
TMZ and air this.
Yep.
I'm so tired of the Trump stuff, man. Like it's getting old at this point, man.
Well, T.I.
It's
says
a lot.
T.I. says
It's a
that
lot.
America will no longer be the greatest nation on earth if we don't
It never
start making
was.
some
Like,
changes.
it never was, man. Like why do we consistently say that stuff, yo? It's not.
Well, if you want to watch the full interview of how feisty he is, it'll be on.
I'm just tired of celebrities talking about
It'll be
how,
on tonight at 11 p.m. on BET.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
I'm just tired of celebrities always talking about what the president's doing. Like, you rich, shut up. I might want to hear that.
Well,
You got money. Your life is not affected, man. Like, matter of fact, what Trump is doing is benefiting you. So
Yes.
stop
That's the
with the
problem.
boo-hooing, man.
But I think he
Well.
understands that it's bigger than him.
No, he don't. He just doing it. Low-key, a lot of them cats probably voted for that, yo. Low-key, a lot of them guys are Republicans, but they act like they Democrats because they want to be cool with the in-crowd. Don't nobody know who you vote for until you go in that booth. And you can't tell me there's 53 million hillbillies in this planet in the United States. No, there's a lot of other people voting who acting like they Democrat who vote Republican because they know they get the tax breaks. I mean, come on, if I'm rich, you think I'm gonna be voting Democratic? No, I need to keep my money. I'm not gonna. Why would you vote against your interests? Like, why would you do that?
because you vote for your values.
No, I vote for. My value is my money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think
No,
not
as
a
like
man,
your
that's-
monetary value.
No, run.
Like your
So-
actual values.
Ron, you mean
things
tell me-
No,
that
you're trying to
you
protect
value
that
in
as a
life.
man.
What?
We're trying to
Let me ask
secure
you-
and protect the bag.
Let me ask you this question. So let's say you make $1 million.
Okay.
By voting Democrat, you get to keep 300,000.
Okay.
By voting Republican, you get to keep 700,000. Which one you voting for?
I'm voting for the people that more closely align with my values and what I believe in every single
don't
day.
believe it.
Yes,
I
I
do
am.
not believe.
You guys cannot believe me all you want
That's
Then
idealistic.
why aren't you teaching in IPS?
because my principal was a psycho. Would you like to call me out any more on the air today?
Well, I don't know what school, but Ron. So you mean tell me so?
I don't think D-Lo's
if the
done.
people who's in line with your moral compass will allow
That's
you
more important to me.
to give up $700,000.
That's more important.
That's ridiculous.
My
Those
morals
kids in
are
the
more
inner
important
city
to
need
me.
you.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. What are you voting for? $1 million, 300 Democrats, 700,000 Republicans. Where you voting?
Ideally, I would vote the same way Emily would. I just don't. I'm glad I haven't had to be in that situation.
No, you vote. No, beyond you voted for the 700,000. You keeping your money, bro.
Listen.
You keeping your money.
Listen, I've got it.
No, but if I got money, there's a workaround. There's always a workaround.
It's called voting Republican.
The rich stay rich for a reason.
Because they vote Republican. What? Exactly.
But the Republicans aren't always in power. They're not always making the laws.
But they pay to
Wait,
influence all of them.
Trump stayed rich through the Obama administration. How do you do that?
D-Lo, who you voting for, man? 700,000.
Let me tell you this, man. I certainly understand where they're going with this, but financially and on a federal level, I'm voting Republican. If I'm a rich man, I mean it's the smart money interest. Now I will say on the state level, I would probably go liberal. However, if I'm a millionaire or if I'm rich, I'm absolutely protecting the bag.
You voting for because when you got that kind of money, those are your interests. Those are the people that on your moral compass. Those are all that stuff. Wherever you are in your life, are the people you surround yourself with. So the more money you get, the more you are surrounded by wealth. So the more ideologically, you'll have the same thoughts as these people because you have the same amount of money. You are where you hang around with.
But there's never that big of a difference of everything. Like as far as tax bills go, because I think that's kind of what you're hinting
The more
towards.
you make, the bigger the
The
gap gets.
bigger that tax you take.
Yes, yeah, but I don't think it's 233%.
Phil Mickelson in California won a golf tournament where he got $1 million. His payout after $1 million was $300,000, and he was pissed and people got mad. He was pissed about it. Like I would be pissed too.
With Republican in office, though, that you're crossing.
But that's a
something
Democratic
here.
state. But that's a Democratic state was the point I'm making. If he was anywhere else, he would have kept a lot more money than that playing in the tournament.
Hey, go move to Texas, no income tax.
So I mean, the point I'm making is you vote to save your money. So if there's ways you can keep your money, without
There
having to
are.
give it up.
Offshore accounts.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's a lot of work.
Swiss
You gotta
bank
have the
account.
connections.
people got
So-
mad at what was her name, Pelosi, because she got a yacht that she's paid $2 million. She's paid $22 million yacht, so whatever $1 million yacht, but she flies a what you call it flag, I forget what flag she flies on purpose because that particular country there is no taxes. You have to pay taxes on
Yeah,
it.
it's probably Puerto Rico.
No, not
or
Puerto Rico,
something.
but it's like the Caymans or something like that.
Oh, yep.
So, but people got mad because they were like, "Well, you're not paying taxes." But no, that's smart. Why would I want to pay? Why would I want to pay $5 million in taxes when I ain't got to?
Yeah, it's real money.
It's real money.
Yeah, I mean, there's tax workarounds just within the United States. You don't need to go outside the country to get them. If you next time you're on the interstate, I want you to start paying attention to license plates on tractor trailers in the back of semis. Look at the ones that have the big steel cargo boxes on top of them. You know, look at those trailers. 90% of them probably are have Maine plates.
Yeah,
For that reason, for the tax break that Maine gives.
It's like incorporating in
on
Delaware
on those trailers.
Or like
Yeah.
when you're a business, a lot of celebrities have houses in Delaware and Montana because of the tax break you get.
Yeah,
But anyway,
so-
we're gonna move on to Run next story. Let Run go and continue because we can go all night.
Yep, that's usually what happens.
Yeah, Run gets quiet when she has nothing to add.
Or when I'm annoyed.
You can be annoyed, but I mean, most women are annoyed always when they have no point to make. Go ahead.
Because you just never stop.
It's called a radio show.
Nope, that's not the what. That's
people-
not the nonstop that I'm talking about.
I mean, people enjoy the nonstop, no commercial breaks.
Right.
They enjoy it. They
Okay.
listen.
So Tristan Thompson is in the news
Oh,
for. Ready? Are you guys ready? Because people. He was flipping off his hecklers at a recent basketball game. So he's now being compared. Here's my favorite part. He's KD, who at one point said, "Watch the effing game and shut the f up."
Yeah.
You guys remember this? So at the end of the game, like the courtside people had been just ragging on him, so he flipped them off. Now he will probably still get fined for this, which I mean he shouldn't have done it, but it's still not incredibly horrible. I mean, there's worse things he could have done, like shove a woman to the ground. But anyway, that's Tristan Thompson.
Different circumstances.
Here's my favorite for today. So people have been really feisty about Christmas this year, which I know we're going to get into a little bit more. But let us talk about some Christmas classics, shall we?
Oh, here we go.
Because, baby, it's cold outside, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, yes, Rudolph, have been in the news for being sexist and that Rudolph is a story of bullying and how dare you let your children watch it. Everyone in Rudolph is a bully. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but spoiler alert, Rudolph saves Christmas.
Hey, listen, those complainers, their kids get participation trophies.
For sure they do. Let's
Yes.
also remember that Rudolph was produced in 1964.
First of all, these people, if you go back, Pepe Le Pew will be a part of the Me Too movement.
Yes.
For sure. Pepe Le Pew was taking that
Nasty
monkey.
girl.
Every matter of fact, he was slipping on roofies. He was slipping all kinds of in a drink to get that skunk. To get that skunk. Now, to these people that's mad at Rudolph saying it was a bully,
Rudolph wasn't the bully. Rudolph was being bullied.
being bullied. To those people,
Because they wouldn't let him join in any reindeer games, remember? And because Donner verbally abused Rudolph
Because
for
they had
his red nose.
yes.
And Santa's a bully, too, for his initial reaction.
Can you do me a favor, Ron? I need pictures of these people because I guarantee there was not one neighbor a part of this complaint.
Let me find their Twitter profiles.
There are no neighbors. Maybe because we don't care that much.
I just think it's silly.
Because it's silly. It's silly.
Because here's the thing. Rudolph goes to the island of misfit toys, and do you know who he meets there? He meets a Bumble. And they become friends in the island of misfit toys with Herbie, who wants to be a dentist. because they don't fit anywhere, and they become their own crew of
That wasn't
friends.
the only thing
And
that Herbie was
then-
hiding.
Well, that's beside the point. And then Rudolph saves the day.
Well,
So really the moral of the story is the weirdo gets to
Well,
save
the thing
the
is,
day.
man, the thing is this: is in society we have to understand that, you know what, we're not the same. We have different beliefs, we have different cultures, we have different, and sometimes it's okay to make fun of those who are different than you are. It is okay, because those who are being made fun of are the ones that grow up to be great at what they do, because they have to
I don't
persevere.
think you should make fun of
No,
them.
no, but we need bullies. Bullies are the reason why bullies stop a lot of things from happening, because it teaches you to stand up for yourself. It teaches you perseverance. It teaches you how to have drive. Being bullied and being pushed, being motivated, teaches you to be great at things.
You said it teaches you to stand up for yourself, and perseverance.
See, I'm being bullied right now, but see, it's gonna make me be a better.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, make me be better, or if not, be more funny. I was skinny. No, I was six. And, yeah, see, exactly. In high school, I was
is
6.
harsh.
I was 6'6",
Liar.
140
With an
pounds.
R on it.
I was 6'6", 140 pounds in high school. But guess what? Nobody did to me. Make jokes.
Why not?
Because I was freaking funny, and I would roast your ass. I would come over your house on purpose just to sit around and look around and gather intel. So as soon as you make a joke about me, I'm bringing all your dirt about your crib, how dirty it is, how small, however it is. I'm bringing it all to light.
There we go. The answer to bullying.
Yeah, it's being
Bully back.
Bully back.
Do your homework, kids.
Yeah.
Stand up for
Yeah,
yourself.
your parents. If your parents was deformed, your parents was messed up. Yeah, like my boy, I ain't gonna say his name.
Your
I almost
parents
said-
were deformed.
My boy, one of my best friends.
Whoa.
He's always trying to crack on me, but his mom had an afro. Her hairstyle never changed, and she was real skinny. So I called her a black I called her a black Q-tip. And it was hilarious.
Classic.
And his dad was an alcoholic. So I would make jokes like the only time he ain't drunk is when he sleep. So yeah. So the moral of the story, they would never make jokes about me. They would never do it. And I was skinny, had big feet, the whole nine. But yeah, they ain't make. You know, my other friends, his house was really small. So I'd be like, damn, dude, you can shit and fried chicken and take a bath in the same room. You know. You know. Like, so you got the only house in the block where I can put the key in the front door and bust the back window. You know? Yeah, so that's the whole point.
Okay.
It's be funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you wanna roast
So
me?
you shouldn't
Or
be a victim.
ridicule
You
others.
should be a jester.
That's right.
Yeah, be a jokester.
Okay.
You feel like you're being bullied at school.
I'm
Get a
like,
notebook.
That's it.
Watch Eddie Murphy Raw.
Get a bike.
That's it. Stand up for yourself. Be funny.
Watch all the black comedians.
You know what?
Yes.
You know what? And
Develop a
to
shield
take it
for
a step
yourself.
further, one of my good friends, Rainier, was an artist. So guess what? I never made jokes about Rainier because
Rainier.
he can draw. And he drew some funny stuff about other people. I was like, you know what? You're not on my list.
Yeah.
Like I'll steer clear because you know what?
So you made a choice.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So now you can make
He
a
was
choice.
on an equal talent play.
Yeah. It was-
Now you can make a
Exactly.
choice.
Yeah, you know. When I saw my boy RG being drawn with like some big lips and a taco with a cock in one hand, yeah, and it looked just like him, and it surfaced to the whole school. Yeah, I'm not being on that photo.
But
It was hilarious.
But when you're presented with a situation where you can end up on the 8 o'clock news and lose your career,
Yeah, 'cause somebody
you
spit
don't
in my
know
face.
how to make a choice.
Yeah, no, I made a choice, a conscious choice. You spit in my face, or you slap me. So,
I'm moving on to something that will also make you mad. Moose, this one is for you.
he's,
So I've had
he's not listening. Trust me.
AKA
I have
Big
had this
House.
story for several weeks. I, run that news just sometimes gets skipped over. So, the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts of America
Yeah.
are feuding
Here we go.
because the Girl Scouts are mad at the Boy Scouts and they're actually suing them over a new Boy Scouts campaign. And the campaign is called, ready? Scout Me In. Yeah. And it allows girls to join Boy Scouts for fun. So, the Girl Scouts are mad because the Boy Scouts are... So the way it's set up online, it looks like you're signing up for Girl Scouts is how they feel. And so they're actually signing up for Boy Scouts. So the Girl Scouts are saying that Boy Scouts are now taking their members. Anyway, everyone's in trouble, and they're all losing money. And how about the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts and Harvard? I'm going to call you out. Everybody stick to your same-sex organizations because they're important. If they are there for a reason, and just allow it to happen.
You know what? In 2018, though, one, I'm not even gonna send my kids off to go camping with strangers, and two,
That's fair.
I don't even know any kids who participate in Boys and Girl Scout anymore. The interest is gone. Like, it had its boom. I believe
Yeah,
its
it's
time
not
is
cool
over.
anymore.
It's
This is
got
the
a lot of
cookies.
perverts and molesters,
Yes.
male and female involved. It's weird. If one of my friends says, "Hey, my kid's in Scouts this year," you dumb.
Cool.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's
Ron, you remember the Boys Club was called the Boys Club.
it should have run its course.
What are you talking about?
The Boys Club, Boys and Girls Club,
No, I don't remember that.
it used to be called the Boys Club.
No, I don't remember
wasn't
that.
around.
Are you for real? Are you being serious?
Yes, I do not remember that. How long has it been? When did it change to the Boys and Girls Club?
What about 96, 97?
Okay.
It had to be before that.
Okay.
No,
well,
no.
Then that's why.
No, I was
Even if it was 96, that's still why. I was 8.
I was probably early 90s. Early 90s it changed.
Okay, well, so
to
I
the
was
boys
like 4.
to the Boys and Girls Club. It was a Boys Club.
I was born in the early '90s, so yeah, you got me.
And then Augusta National, the golf course used to be a male only golf course.
I believe that.
Well, here's the thing. I think places are changing, but I think
I'm with you, but I agree
But I
with you.
think organizations, they are same-sex organizations on purpose for a reason. So Harvard is trying to change it now to where if you are a women's-only organization or if you are a men's-only organization, such as a fraternity or a sorority, then they want to change it so that you must allow members of the other gender into your organization. And I'm sorry, that's bullshit.
How about create your own?
There's lots of clubs you can do together. But in college, women need other women, and organizations are a great way to do that. Men need other men. That's just part of college.
It's part of bonding and understanding.
You have a sisterhood and a brotherhood, and that's amazing. And if you want to join a co-ed organization,
then join
there
one.
are a million of them.
Don't get mad because mine's cool and yours not.
Right.
Sorry. That's kind of what the boy. That's what it boils down to, Ron. It's cool to be an alpha or a kappa or whatever. It's cool to be those, but it's like I can't be in those. No, but then start your own. Phi Beta booty crew. You know what I mean? Start your own.
I get that. Here's my take on this. Sororities and fraternities more or less serve the same purpose, right?
Whoa, that depends on what purpose you think they serve.
They don't really serve.
Where are we going?
No.
That's false.
No.
That is 100% false.
Honestly, the purpose is
it's networking.
That's huge. That's huge because if I'm a Mason and I go into a job and the guy is hiring as a Mason, I'm getting a job.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's the networking aspect, but that's what's different with Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, right? They are very different functions, right? Sororities and fraternities kind of line up.
But it's still,
I could get on board with that.
It's still a girl organization that needs to stay a girl organization,
Well,
and a boy organization needs to stay a boy. What's wrong?
Why would
But
you
Girl
send
Scouts
your
and Boy Scouts
9-year-old
are
girl
totally-
camping with a 9-year-old boy?
The problem is the Boy Scouts are butthurt because the Girl Scouts sell way more cookies than they do.
The
Yeah,
Boy Scouts
cookies are
butthurt,
better than
bro.
popcorn.
better than popcorn. That's
And
the
the
issue.
popcorn's expensive.
That's the
Cookies
issue.
are cheaper.
That's the issue is that the Girl Scouts are making way more money than the Boy Scouts. And it got way more popularity than the Boy Scouts. So it's like, well, we can have the girls join us, but you ain't got the cookies, so it don't matter.
Literally.
So check this out. I grew up. My
was
sister
good.
went to Girl Scouts. I was never allowed to do Boy Scouts. I always wanted to do Boy
Good.
Scouts.
Your parents were the intelligent ones.
Thank God. But Girl Scouts, like, I would go and be a helper because my grandma would be there. I'd go. I'd be a helper. I'd help set up. Like, they learned how to do the needle and thread, the sewing and shit. Like,
So you didn't learn
but
that.
Boy Scout.
He did, 'cause he was there.
Absolutely. But Boy Scouts, completely different set of skills. Totally different set of skills. So
you learn man skills, boy skills, like how to start a fire and all that kind of stuff.
but for the tom girls out there that, they don't want to know how to fucking sew a
Then
patch
you
on
know
this
what,
thing.
man? Start your own.
They can go over here and learn those skills that they want to learn.
Dear
Those
parents,
skills
take your children
that interest
camping.
them.
No.
Buy them a flint and teach them how to start a fire.
No.
Well, yeah.
If you want, if you got
Then you're not getting them involved.
If you get a tomboy,
with their peers.
If you get a tomboy,
that's the difference.
Hold on, if you get a
They go to
tomboy,
school.
then start a tomboy scouts. That encompass
There you
all
go.
the ones that want to
Listen,
start your own.
every one of these scenarios, I see somebody getting molested.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Start your own.
We don't have a whole lot of faith in the world sometimes.
Let's not.
Remember, people got mad that Idris Elba was going to be the new James Bond. You know, black people was like about time, and white people was all but hurt. My thing is this: black people, start your own 007. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with this? Ain't no way. If James Bond's a predominantly white guy, there's no way he can stay a white dude. How about we start ours called 006? A 00 Trap House, you know, or whatever.
That seems more appropriate.
Start our own. I mean, we don't. You don't have to keep on infringing on other people's franchises, man.
Right. We're talented enough.
Yeah, start your own franchise. Man. You ain't got to keep butting your head against theirs and trying to get into their house. No, man. You know what I'm saying? Start your own network. You know what I'm saying? I tried to get on radio. They didn't let me in. So guess what I did? I started a podcast. And guess what I am? On radio. I don't need you.
I need some effect on that.
Yeah, I don't need to get on your station. Guess we can start our own station, and we got people who listen. So the whole thing is, man, where there's a will, there's a way. That's how I grew up. Where there's a will, there's a way. I grew up on that. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays it's like where there's a will, you just force somebody to join theirs. Like
no, there's not a will though. That's the part that's missing.
Yeah,
there's a way for everything.
There's a way for everything.
You don't have to have the will anymore.
Yeah. So know what tomboys? Start your own tomboy group.
Yeah, and could you sell
It's
something
called girls
cool?
basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that is
could
funny.
they sell something cool?
I
Not
mean-
popcorn.
So that's my problem.
I mean, Boy Scouts, your popcorn is
it's trash. Who want to buy popcorn balls?
whatever, but like it's also so expensive. I don't want to spend $20 on a bag of popcorn. Do you know how much popcorn I could buy at the grocery
At
store
the
for
gro- for
$20?
$20, man.
Do you know how much popcorn I could buy at the movie theater for $20? More than in the Boy Scouts bag. And that's really saying something.
And you can't even buy like Girl Scout cookie flavors in the store.
No. That is the one
They've
time
cornered the
a year
market
that you can get
on their
tagalongs.
product.
I have already sought out my Girl Scout cookie dealer for this year. And I said, when are those cookies going on sale? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, I need you to find out. 27 boxes of tagalongs.
A battery died. Hour and a half in.
We didn't even get to the blind man suing Playboy.
When you get to what?
The blind man suing Playboy.
It's funny.
We got a solid hour and a half.
It's good.
How are you going to die like that?
Battery just died. I kept looking at the thing. It had like a little some juice left in that mother.
Now he's not prepared for the show on Tuesday.
No, I'm prepared. We did an hour and a half. Two shows.
Get the cold ending tonight.
Cold ending, yo. It's gonna hard out. Tell us up. And TV turns.
It was good.
Hard out. I love making Run mad though.
Happens every week.
You shouldn't though. You should see things my way.
No.
I didn't even get to call you out. Because we got a revenge match this week. I was
What?
going to bring that up. A revenge match.
Who?
Our revenge match.
Oh yeah. You know what, man? You know what? We
What
probably
year
do.
can you not hear out of?
We probably do a sports talk with hot sauce this week.
So a couple other things I wanted to bring up. I had a brews and reviews ready.
Yeah,
We could do that next week.
The hierarchy of fast food French fries.
Yes.
the what?
The hierarchy of fast food French fries, as told by Run. So we for sure need to do that next week. Everybody think about it.
Yes. We
Mount
having a
Rushmore.
French fry debate. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, French fries.
But I think we need to specify like fast food French
Fast food
fries.
French fries.
Yes.
I
Yes.
like that.
So Colin Kaepernick did not get a contract from the Washington Redskins. They're bringing in Josh Johnson. So check this out. Josh Johnson last played in a game in 2013. Since then, Kaepernick has taken a team to the NFC Championship, won the NFC Championship, then to the Super Bowl where they lost to the Ravens, then followed that up the next year, taking them to the NFC Championship where they lost to the Seahawks.
Was not being told is Kaepernick don't want to play, man.
I don't think he does.
It doesn't benefit him to play now.
No, but
it's up his case though.
how do
it help his case?
How does he not? Come on, man.
It help his case.
Josh Johnson has like 300 career passing yards. Kaepernick took a team to the Super Bowl.
EJ Manuel ain't get the call.
Then we got, let's see, album of the year. Who you got? Album of the year. What's album of the year this year?
I don't know.
That's something we can bring up next week. Album of the year. Think about that.
Have you heard of? You ever heard of the Step Brothers?
Starlino and Don Tripp.
I don't know when they came out.
That's probably about 3 years old.
But somebody put me on. Somebody put me on game.
What is it?
It's called Step Brothers.
The movie?
No, it's a
the album cover is like the movie.
Like the movie. Yeah. No, it is. One song called 5 Times. Or Wi-Fi.
So album of the year. Let's see. You see what Burger King is doing?
McDonald's thing.
What are they doing?
So they're doing 1 penny Whoppers, 1 cent Whoppers, right? But you gotta order it from a McDonald's. So you gotta go to the McDonald's, whip out the Burger King app. The GPS says, yeah, you're at a McDonald's. You order it, and then they guide you to the nearest Burger King to pick up your Whopper. That's hilarious.
I love it.
Petty King.
Petty King. I love
Petty
it.
King.
Also, man, can we acknowledge what kind of damn chicken nuggets can you get 10 of them for $1?
Man, those are
What kind of sick ass
questionable
chicken
at
nuggets
best.
you getting?
Those are questionable at best.
Dude.
That's like a girl
What
coming
kind
out and be
of
like,
sick-
I'll suck your dick for a nickel. I'm like, nah, I think I'm good.
I'm good. Like, I
For a
don't
nickel?
want no part of the chicken fingers, man. For $1. That just don't. You give me
It's got to at
10.
least be $20 head.
You got at least. I have my minimums. Dude, 10 nuggets. $1. Yeah, that's suspect.
Yeah, it's questionable at best. Let's see. Seth Meyers was in Indy for the Big Ten tournament this past weekend. Got on one of these scooters and ate shit. He was talking about it on his show.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. So he's talking about how he was meeting. So he's Northwestern alum. So he's running into all kinds of people he knew. So he fucked up his wrist. He's like, I was shaking their hands and it hurt, but I wasn't about to tell another grown man I fell off a scooter. Not at 38 years old. No way. Captain Marvel, the second trailer.
Oh, that shit. I'm in.
Woo!
I'm in.
Let's see. And Drake is featured on Meek Mill's new album.
Who?
Drake.
Oh, he is?
Yes. And the song's kind of tight.
We heard the one. I didn't think Meek verse was necessarily that hot.
But
So I told Emily over here that I have to show her the video.
Oh gosh.
what, you
Don't
kicking
let me
girls
see
in
it.
hotel rooms?
Have you seen that? I haven't shown you the video.
He wasn't here.
This video.
Yes.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
That ruined my day.
I still haven't seen it. I don't want to see
What are
it.
we talking about?
Nothing.
So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Look, man.
I'm out.
Look, man. Just don't turn the phone my way.
What are we talking
Nah,
about?
man.
I'm not part of this.
This will change. If you get hold, if you got anything on your stomach, man, I wouldn't. What? And I don't get queasy much.
It sounds like you could.
Yeah.
What is she talking about?
I have no idea.
You see?
You said
She said I need to show you this video. Jeezy already saw it.
give it 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh, really?
The worst.
I was gonna say somebody said it was worse.
It is.
Really?
No, yes.
I'm interested.
You really not.
I'm not.
You really should be. Get your phone ready. Someone record this reaction.
Oh, you're gonna record a reaction?
Oh God.
Let me know when you're ready.
See, basically, I think I need to see it first.
You want to see it first?
This is not fair.
You don't really want to see it first, but all right.
All right, we're gonna get reaction.
Here, hold it and just watch it.
It's a problem. That's a weird reaction.
What? It started off with a motorcycle, bro.
Show run.
I gotta start from the beginning.
It might be the worst. Oh, so pause.
Right, that's what I'm
All right, let's go ahead and run.
Damn it.
Is it play?
Oh, you hit play.
Why is that a thing? What the hell is happening? Oh my God. What the fuck is that?
It was on Facebook.
What? That was on
It was on
Facebook?
Facebook. But you shared it.
Well,
you like,
How does it even happen?
That is great. Yeah.
Facebook jail. So my friend recorded it on her phone, like the Apple thing, and
That is
sent it to me.
insane. And those 2 dudes, by the way.
That's why I was like, when I looked again, that's what jacked me up. I was like, oh,
It's all dudes.
it was terrible.
This terrible. They booty hole popped out, yo.
Like a lot.
I didn't even know that.
Your body even did that. Your body is
I
capable.
wasn't supposed to know that you could do that.
Why is it a thing?
Oh,
Right.
Like,
Why is that a thing?
the question I have is, how did you get to that level?
right.
Like, where was your starting point? Was I smoking weed?
And not just 2 of you, 3 of you. So like somebody else was like, all right, cool.
All 3 of y'all on the same track in life, yeah.
3 people said, sounds like a great idea.
Sounds like a great idea. For you to stick your whole arm in my ass.
Whoa, man! I had no idea what it was up until that.
Yeah,
point.
he was DJing. He was scratching.
He like straight up just grabbed their shit.
And he grabbed and put it on her ass a while.
And then rubbed it on the outside.
I didn't get that far.
I could have.
I showed it to my grandma on Thanksgiving.
What?
Oh, I showed my
Wait, hold on.
Whoa,
Hold
Sitting
on.
at the table,
That's
my grandma
film,
was
sure,
like,
yeah.
she only saw like part of it. She's like, bring it back up. I want to see the whole thing.
God.
So my papa was like, you weird motherfucker. Like, how are you gonna sit there and watch it again? She's like, you didn't get enough the first time. And she straight watched the whole thing.
There is no
It's like
way.
Pink Life.
There is no way.
Oh, I don't have it.
There is no way. There is
Anyone
no
going
way.
to coaches tonight?
I thought about rolling through there for a minute.
I know some other people up there, some to go through.
We're over here before you parted it. It's not gonna reach that far.
It ruined your day, didn't it? And you thought I
Did it
did.
ruin your day? Are you gonna have nightmares?
Probably.
Yeah, I saw that thing in my head probably about at least 20 times over the week. Last week. I was like, yeah, that's gross. The people ain't human, dog. That's some non-human shit.
That's rough. That's rough.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I'm good. No thanks.
That's gross. On so
Not
many
for me.
levels.
That's
Yo, when you said 2 girls, 1 cup, bro,
Worse.
I was still thinking.
It was semen. Yeah, ladies.
Yeah.
No, it was worse, man. 2 girls, 1 cup was tame. That might be the second worst thing I've seen in my life. Eating shit. Like, it was cute. That's what I realized, man. It was cute girls. Them girls are walking here, you be like, what's up, man? Try to talk to them, you realize they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my boy. Like, why you talking to girls that way? I said, because they ain't shit, though.
And that's why we can't eat romaine lettuce. Right there. Them motherfuckers.
Every
go
girl
to the
has
grocery
a little
store.
freak in them that's blow your mind. Every girl has something that she do that will blow your mind.
That's why
I
we
think
have
the
them
girl
Ohio
wants me to
girls,
only
man.
give me here after I played basketball.
She wanted that smell.
Dude, what?
That's gross.
It's like that locker room
Exactly.
shit. But
I couldn't even get into it. I couldn't. I was like,
like,
yeah, but that was her thing. I had one girl that like loved toes.
Ew.
Or like literally suck your feet.
That's really disgusting. That's more, to me, that's more disgusting.
No.
Yes.
No, your feet is just skin. It's just
Nope.
part of your body. So I mean, I can get past
No.
that. One girl that was like had a cum fetish, which like you come and she would like do this shit, like all like it was like a drink or some shit. Yeah, every girl got something different that they love, man.
right, and it's weird, King. Like,
It's weird, King.
I know chicks that want to toss salad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's weird to me to think that a woman wants to.
Look at the man's that, but yeah,
Yeah, they do.
they do. Some of them do. Everybody got their level, man. Dudes be on our levels. I mean, I just think mine is more tame than most, man. I'm cool. Stay away from my ass, man. We alright.
That's it.
Cool with that. Like some guys like squirting. I'm not really a fan. I think you pissing on me. And I'm cool.
I don't feel like that's on purpose, though.
But the first time it happened to me, I was like, bitch, you pissing on me? Yeah. I went the fuck on. You thought.
That's what I believe it is.
For sure, no. But, I mean, this shit
It's not.
shoot out.
It's not.
It might not be, but I'm not. But I know some dudes like in their face, like oh, there is no fucking way.
That's gross.
Some dudes like that. Some, but it's just I'm not getting to that level. I'm cool. I'm cool. You're not finna piss in my face.
I need a chick in the face once.
Hit in the face.
I need her in the face, and it was her own damn fault. It's her own fucking fault. So, not to get too.
Just don't say pussy. She can handle it as long as you don't say pussy.
Nah.
She good. You can go into grave details.
So,
Don't drop the P
That's
word.
true.
Yeah.
That's pretty true.
So she's giving me head, right? She's like cuffing the balls, which is cool. Like that's cool. But you know,
She tickled you, you giggle.
she had
Oh,
she
got
had pills,
And got
she
to
like
that
grazed, and I'm like, wow.
yeah,
Like,
got nervous. Yeah. You know, them just get fingers in
like,
there.
Exactly.
That's a no-fly zone.
Got her.
Yeah.
got her.
Yeah.
She looked like Becky What's Her Face.
I tell girls all the time, like, look, man, you see the balls, man, you got
Did you
to.
finish?
But I tell people,
Oh
I
yeah,
said,
afterwards.
I said, look, you ever seen a cat? You ever seen a kitten drink milk? How peaceful it looks. I say, lick my balls, man, like a cat, like a kitten, a baby kitten drinking milk.
She,
Like,
yeah.
don't be. No, we're not doing that. No, don't stop watching porno. You definitely gonna go. That shit hurt. Your whole stomach is. Like, go. I'm done. We're done. We're done.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
No.
That's a
Yeah,
problem.
I'm cool on pain. I mean, when my ex-wife, who first started dating, we tried like the caramel shit. I was like, this is like the worst idea in the history of ideas. No, you don't see people with food, the little hot chocolate and all that. Nah, hell no. That shit's sticky. It's sticky. It is a mess. It is a mess, man. It is an absolute mess.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. But the movies make it look so good. You're like, oh, my God, no.
That's where we learn the ideas from.
That's where we learn it from. Like, no. Sex on the beach. No. In theory, sounds good. Oh, the ocean. Yeah, that sand getting your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's not a cool experience. That needs to be on the show right there.
The battery died.
I know. I wasn't prepared, as you said.
It's right.
I said it.
Yeah, but you co-sign.
I guess we just got a 2-hour setup now. We just got a plan for 2 hours.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I made sure you had enough.
Alright, I'm out.
Fun times,
It's
Rob.
been so fun.
See you next week.
We'll be here.
We got
have the hierarchy of fast food French fries, which I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, the French guys.
Yep.
Sweet.
Can you not hear, or
No,
are you being an asshole?
I told you, girl, when you talk, man, I really don't listen, man. You think I'm playing, man. It's about a
You
woman.
said you listen to me.
Yeah,
That's
but
what you said.
I hear you. Maybe I should say I hear you more.
You did say listen, bro.
I know I messed up. Maybe I should have said I hear you, but I don't really listen. I just nod my head like, yeah, okay. I learned when I just go, okay.
Love you.
Let me tell.
Careful.
That's bad. I really do that, man. My mom be talking to me, I just be like, and in my mind hearing wah, 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 wah.
I get it.
It's bad, man. I need help.
Finish with this.
Yes, thank you.
I need help, you know.
You're good, bro.
I just don't find women interesting when they talk.
That is fun, man.
They have nothing that interests me to talk about. Unless it's about sex and thing about that. It's like, I just look like,
Everything else sounds like running that
it's just, oh my God, it's brutal, man. I tried, man. It's been sitting like, it's just not that interesting, man. I'm just not.
And if you're that interesting, you're more. That's
Talking
really
on
not
things,
it.
man. Inevitably, it returns to their problems, man. And when we talk, man, we don't talk about our problems.
That's cool.
That's cool. Like, I'm not gonna say and be like, man, my car about to get repoed, my phone about to get cut off, man. Like, man, the other day my lights was off, man. My car. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. We be like, this is the game. Or the game or whatever. Dog. Like, we're not talking about everything is wrong in my life.
Right.
But they get what you really.
We're just not that emotional about it. But they tie their emotions.
Oh my God, man! You gotta listen to it. Be like, oh my God, I want to fuck. I gotta listen to this shit. This stuff. It means the amount of sacrifice that we make just to hit that foot. If it's new, we'll listen for weeks.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. I like talking to you on the phone. Hear about your day at work. As soon as you hit, boy, you're like, no, I'm cool, I'm busy.
Right.
You text me.
Change everything.
Right, I'm cool, man. Cool, dog. The reason why I got married, my wife, she understands. She knows. She's like, and you talking sound bites, man. You know what I mean? You're like, 30 seconds or less, man. Like, okay, get to the point. All right, cool.
keep it moving.
Make it quick.
I know you watching your show. I just want to say, okay. All right, good. I'm about to get along, man. Ain't no long, drawn out.
Get to it.
Get to the point, man. Like, you know, like we usually say, because I let my girl tell me the story first, so I can find out if it's interesting. Give me the end first. What happened at the end? Somebody got shot. All right, I'll listen.
Maybe like a video game. It's like, ooh, time extended.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
They said, well, do you know Cheryl? Who is Cheryl? What does it got to do with somebody getting shot? Like, you don't ever listen to my stories. I'm interested now.
That's right. You're like, so there, I'm at work and it's fuck. Don't tell me about the weather. Just get to the shooting. Go.
That's what just wait. Oh,
I don't need the background.
You gotta tell me the problem and how it was resolved or not.
I'm straight. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand how dudes can be friends with girls all the time. Like, some of my best friends are girls. Like, how? Dog? I can't listen to that shit.
I get it.
I can't. I tune out, bro. What's my hit? So I have no reason to listen.
Yeah.
They're talking about gossip, or they're talking about
Come on, man.
shit you have no interest in.
None.
Like, you know what I hate with chicks? Like, they'll just start a random conversation because they feel some sort of way about a celebrity. And they'll just like have the conversation like, hey, so you remember that time that Hallie was with Eric and Eric divorced Hallie? Like, but you don't know that? You thought I was with Halle Berry. You know what I mean? They'll just start talking about
Who was
random
Hallie?
motherfuckers.
Who was Hallie?
Like you know them. You know what I mean? No, I don't know Hallie. Look here.
It's into that shit, man. Reality TV is a bunch of talking about nothing.
Straight up.
I'll be like,
Dude, that's why I'm gonna quit fucking with this 22-year-old I've been fucking with. Like, she is. That's why she wants to talk about celebrity news all the time.
Oh, you're gonna hate that shit real
Bro.
yeah.
Like I kicked her out the other night because she wouldn't shut up. I was like, I kind of just want to sleep alone. So, if you could so kindly.
Peace out. I'm trying to listen to that, man.
Like, it's time to sleep with something else, man.
Yeah.
It's just gonna wear you out mentally.
Oh, it's a drain, dog. It's a drain. I watched that Chris Rock special. That cat was like, I was married. He was married 16 years. His wife got divorced. He was like, do you realize, man, I'll talk to my wife. I was in communication with my wife in 16 years. Only my mom and dad have been married 50-some years in communication. Because it used to be, you go to work. He said, man, my dad would go to work. He wouldn't know one of us died until he got home from work. So that's 8 hours that you ain't communicating out there. There's no communication. So you actually have a chance to miss them off. You actually have to talk about it. But when we text all day, I get home.
I didn't miss you. I didn't miss you at
all.
all.
We can talk all day.
I've already had my fill of you today.
I don't have my feel. You weren't even around.
Yeah.
I already need my peace.
Yeah. You getting home ready for a break from her. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck you.
This is the best when you come home and your wife ain't there.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Not bad, man. That's...
You be like, anybody here? Oh, shit, right now.
Wait.
You hear that door creak, you like, fuck, I gotta listen to this shit. We all do it, man.
See, I got high in that hour, so by the time they got there, all right.
This comedian had me rolling. He was like, ladies, I'm gonna tell you like this. He was like, whenever you say honey from the room, every man has said this. This bitch woman now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Small lady, man. Her thing is, do you think we can? Oh, I got hit with that tonight. Do you think we can, but then it was like a long pause.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What in the fuck do you want?
All right, I got a joke for you. I heard it last night. It was pretty funny. Boy gets up in the little boy gets up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. So as he walks to the bathroom, he walks past his mother, walks past his parents' bedroom, sees his father fucking his mother. He screams real loud, and the dad starts laughing. So the next night, the father gets up, uses the bathroom, walks past his son's bedroom, sees his son fucking his grandmother. The father screams, like, what? Father screams. He turns around, the son turns around and says, see, you don't like when I fuck your mom.
Terrible.
That had me cracking up laughing, dog. Like, yo.
That's funny.
He's like, yeah, you don't like when I say, yeah, you don't like it. I know it's funny to see somebody from your mom.
Terrible, bro.
That's funny. Dude, is Zion's skill set gonna transfer to the league? Is he gonna be a bust?
I mean, he's hella strong. He's either going to revolutionize the game or he's going to be a bust.
I
Like if he's not an all-star, at least half of his seasons in the league, probably going to be considered a bust.
So what?
If Zion gets to the league and he's just average, if he's,
I don't think it'd be average.
I don't think it's going to go.
If he's like a Brandon
Consistent
Ingram,
jump shot.
he's a bust.
He'd be like Blake Griffin.
If he's like Blake Griffin, he'll be considered a bust.
Blake is not a bust.
Blake isn't a bust, but Zion is
He'll be
up
good,
here in the
He'll
minds
be
of
good.
fans.
He'll be good.
I'm worried about how his size
play
transfers.
defense, man. It's going to be a blown pass.
Yep.
He's not going to block a lot of shots for you. I mean,
He'll be really good.
He gonna have. He's either gonna be the dude that averages 8 points off 22 minutes. Maybe a blocker, steal a game.
He's definitely going to lose weight.
He
I
has
don't
to.
think his build is going to let him.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like
Get more lean weight.
his game is solid.
He's going to have to be a small lineup center more than likely because you can't put him in power forward because they space the floor. He's not going to space the floor for you.
He got good footwork. Man. So
Yeah,
he can guard those big guys.
He's going to have to be a great passer and rebounder like Draymond or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's.
Nah, he'd be better than Draymond.
No.
He's way more athletic than Draymond. He's bigger than Draymond. So he's gonna be like Blake Griffin, man. He's gonna be a solid NBA player, man. But he'll be a star because of his dunks, his presence, man. Like, he has a presence about him.
Blake Griffin is 6'10", 6'11".
He's like 6'8".
6'7".
6'7".
Listed at 6'7". Means he's really 6'6".
Charles Barkley had a nice career, and he was on the side 6'4".
That's a very different era.
Yeah, but those players still exist today. I mean, everything is not.
Charles Barkley was a decent shooter, though.
Everything is not going to be three and D. Like there's room for mid range and athleticism. There's still room in after the game. And matter of fact, he might benefit from that because if you go small, who's gonna guard him? So we
I mean, shit, if they're
no, but he's bigger than he can't guard LeBron.
Yeah, he's an advantage on one end of the court, but he'd be a liability on the other.
People say the same thing about Steph Curry. That's why he went as late as he did.
He's a liability on half the court.
But he's a 2-time MVP and a 3-time
he's
champion.
also rare talent, man.
Yeah.
So was Zion. He's rare talent, dude. Like, he's rare. We got something.
That's why this is a great conversation.
Steph can score in a multitude of ways, man.
The kid is 19, though. Give him time. He'll be all right. Give him time.
Now, something I was going to present for Mount Rushmore. Your all-time 6'3" and under.
6 feet under?
6'3" and under.
How tall is Steph Curry? 6'3"?
Right there.
On there.
Yeah.
So it'd be Curry, Thomas.
Under 6'3".
6'3", Steph Curry.
Curry, Thompson, AI.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
Isaiah AI. Illinois Iverson.
He was a volume shooter. I don't like volume shooters. But under 6'3", man, I mean, that limits your choices. I would almost argue up Stockton.
Jerry West?
I can't reference that. But John Stockton and Tim Hardaway would probably
Tim Hardaway, yeah. Jason Williams, White Chocolate. I think he was in there.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
Nate Robinson is one of my favorites all time.
His favorite, but he just...
Who else? James Harden, 6'4".
I think he's like 6'6".
He's 6'3"?
He's taller than 6'3".
Yeah. 6'5".
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's 6'6". John Wall is 6'4". Isaiah Thomas is only 5'9". Like Isaiah Thomas in the league right now. He's 5'9". He's my size.
What about Derrick Rose? Jay Rose like 6'4".
That's right.
6'3".
Oh, okay. Still, I mean, just given overall career, I probably can't put him ahead of Stockton or Tim Hardaway, but
Agreed.
he was great. He was dynamic talent.
I mean, obviously people say Nate Archibald. A lot of people like that. I haven't seen him
That's
play.
not a reference for him.
I can't see him play.
Kyrie is 6'3". I like him.
I ain't ready to anoint Kyrie just yet. He's
6
not
foot and
Stockton.
under, I think Kimba's on the list. Kimba's got to be on the list.
Kimba's.
I think
He's
he's
in the
6
wrong
foot
market.
exactly. Oh, he's 6'1".
His market hurt him.
Yeah.
Playing in Carolina, you ain't getting no love.
How tall is he? Yeah,
Those other guys, 6'3", they can hoop. They got to go. But yeah, I would put like Isaiah Thomas, like the old Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Hey, Steph Curry. And probably.
Yeah, we should do that for Mount Rushmore.
That forward is hard for me. Well, John Stockton is the. Steve Nash, I think Steve Nash is like 6'4".
Steve Nash.
I
Yeah.
have to go Stockton above Steve Nash. What was Gary Payton?
Yeah, Gary Payton. Yeah, shit.
He might have been 6'4", though. I don't know. Love.
6'4".
Gary Payton. Steve Nash.
Can you imagine Steph Curry on Gary Payton?
Yeah, we're talking to death.
Steve Nash, 6'3". I like Steve Nash. Jason Kidd is 6'4".
Yeah. He was a big guard.
Yeah.
You know they broke up, right?
This.
You know they broke up, right?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. She wasn't there for Thanksgiving.
Huh?
She wasn't there for Thanksgiving.
He told me the other day, he was like, yeah, I've been, the Bella twins. What the hell?
There was Bella twins. Oh shit.
I forget what it was like months. She went to the head.
I mean, when she was here tonight, I just assumed that it was still on and cracking. I assumed that she was probably at Thanksgiving with me. It was all good just a week ago.
They ain't been good for a minute. Shit.
I was surprised it didn't happen a long time ago. But I also assumed she was probably 8'6" once it happened.
I thought she got it too. Like she, see, they're still friends.
It's weird.
Like, yeah, man, I've been trying to break up with her. I was like, we're gonna do it for Christmas.
Cool. We did work there, so
Made your birthday.
it's weird. So I wonder how long it's how long she had to grab, man. She's in it for a long time.
My hair. She be done. She's one of those like you just show up a little bit and saw Homer Simpson back into the trees.
Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, I was adjusting the mics. I listened to our last week's show. But the one me and him did 2 weeks ago, some of it. And I was like way louder than him on the one. So that's why I went back and adjusted. I kept playing with it. I was like, you know what? And I was watching little things. So as long as we were all around 6, it was pretty consistent. Yeah. Even though in our ears, it's not as loud in our ears. But on the radio, it sounds.
See, producer Mike coming through, helping us out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. And watching the levels, like, okay. Everybody
Is that your cutter?
Yeah.
I got a V cut. Yeah, it sure does. That's cool.
Yeah, and I went to Lynn last night, man. I mean, it's cool. But like, you ain't having no random conversation. Like, you ain't gonna just like meet somebody and be like, oh yeah, 'cause everybody like, this is real.
They're in their own thing.
It's real stuffy and like Mr. B's. Avon?
Yeah,
That shit cool.
that was
as
cool.
hell.
Yeah.
That shit cool. That's like when it's like backyard, they basically good. Oh man, that's love in there, man.
Mr. B's.
You'll walk in
I
there.
ain't here, man. You gotta let me know next time we go out.
Now it get cloudy in there.
It does.
You get more 6 feet like God. Like, shit. But it's cool because you go in there and it's like the back you got some chairs, sit down, get some good ass food. Yeah, some pizza and shit, real good. But like you go in there, man, just every time I went, man, like just chilling, having a conversation, just chilling.
Yeah, they had it set up to be more socially inviting too. Like the couch is opened up to the room. They weren't just like closed in like this. They were opened up
to the room,
like,
yeah.
the whole room.
And then when you walk in there, man, it's like you've been there. I've been there one time. I walk in, hey, you know, you're like, okay, what's happening? You know, it's conversation.
Yeah.
You know, you go in the sticks and motherfuckers wearing suits and shit. You already felt the man. I gotta go in there. My Sunday finest.
No shit. What was it like that? Was something inside?
What's all this?
You remember something in Steakhouse at some point, man? There was something we did with something in Steakhouse.
That was the guys who were talking about that. They're stuffy. That shit's stuffy. I like my cigar lounge. It looks like basement. Just chilling. Organic conversation, you know. You get that feeling when you walk in, everybody know who you are and shit.
See, that's why I need a basement in my house, man. I want to create that kind of environment.
Yeah, Mario, man.
See, I want a
Even
pool
this to
table.
me is too nice to me.
Yeah. Well, this is, I mean, it's a downtown spot.
It's just like,
They
it's
get a lot of
nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it's
business
too
people.
nice, man. I want the big ass Goodwill couches, man.
Gotta have buttons on it.
With the big arm and the big ottomans.
I'm not digging this leather, man. I slide off this, like,
You know what I mean?
like,
You know, you sit back in there, it's like some nice chairs, man. Like, they got one mashed down in Louisville. That shit is like, that's my crib. Cincinnati got one. I get those high end. It's more like conversation, chilling.
what you got going for New Year's?
I'm in Savannah.
So, remember that club I was telling you about downtown that's in the church? I think I might do that for New Year's.
You living on this church club?
What?
Like, play House Jesus music or something?
Like,
Success club.
yeah.
Oh, so what?
Yeah.
So what's going on for New Year's Eve?
So they have parties for all the big things. So I've never been to this one. It's called I think I got it.
He was like, oh, look.
Change everything.
I got it saved in here. No, I don't want that. It's called Clubhouse 2050. It's on 2050 East Michigan. So they have a let's see, where's the events? anyways, they got. I mean, it's a swingers club. I mean, that's what it is. So it's got on there. So all the members who want to be publicly viewable, like if you're a member and you're logged into the page, you can like link up with people on there. And be like, hey, like, what's up? You gonna be there? Like, let's make a move. You know. So it's kind of a whole thing, man. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I haven't been to this one yet, though. I haven't been. I've been logged in and looking through everything, and so it's.
There's some potentials.
Yeah. So you ever been to a spot like this before? No. All right. So there's one on Washington, on East Washington. Jeezy, you said you've been to that one or no? The brown building. Oh, damn. Okay. So this is the young bull teaching the old bull a thing or two, but a lot of these places, man, they got older people, you know.
Yeah.
Like, is
there an aqua there?
Is there what?
Is there an aqua there?
Sometimes, but it's like in places like that, it's rare. That's why I like going up to the one in Muncie because you get all the college girls, Ball State girls. Yes, that's it. That's a nice one. I like it. I went to.
I've been to a sex party. It was like fat shit. You might be like 2 or 3 hot chicks, and then the rest will be like fat girls.
But you go on like Mardi Gras or like New Year's, you go to those type of events, it gets
Really wild.
yes. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do for New Year's.
That's the worst idea in the world.
Yeah.
Dude, we still recording.
Right now?
This shit, everything you just said.
It's picking it up. It's on the iPad.
Yeah, recording.
We gotta get that off the air, man. We done talked about something.